What's up, everybody? Welcome to another CPL cast. I'm Dada, and I'm joined here by Supperman and Airn. Guys, say hi.
Hey, hey.
Hello, hello.
Hey, guys, and yeah, I was hoping that Azhi Dahaki might be joining us, but I'm not sure if he is. He is playing games, so we'll see. I've told him that he can hop into the game whenever he wants. But yeah, we've got a pretty interesting group here. It's JJPP versus SEAL Team 6. And this is the tier 0 matches, so let's have a look at the lineup. As you can see, we've got Jin Jin versus Type 100s, then maaaaxaxa versus ash-ZakRoM, Nagnar versus Zesky, Pand0r versus Suarez, and Vermin versus Neblime. And yeah, obviously a lot of TVZ today. We've got some very well-known players here. Jin Jin, of course, one of the well-known parts of the community, Starcraft community. Then we've got Zesky and Neblime, the casters, the CPL casters. And yeah, Pand0r, very strong player. Yeah, it's looking very interesting. I think we're going to get some good matches today.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I think
Definitely.
it's looking good for Steel or for Pand0r. My
Pand0r.
my boys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot of big names. Definitely. Actually, also I want to shout out Suarez. He is also he's Jin Jin's friend, but he's also helped with the translation project which has been going on, kind of translating Korean guides. He's also been participating in that, so I want to shout him out.
Oh,
And
that's awesome.
he's a very strong Protoss player as well. So I'm looking
yeah.
forward to the Pand0r Suarez game, especially. But of course, a lot of great games here. A lot of people that we all know and love. So this is going to be a blast.
Zergling
Flying
reinforcements
BW, thank you for the follow. Yeah, I remember that. I think it was in week 4 that we had Jin Jin versus Suarez, which was kind of funny because it was a translator versus translator battle.
Yeah, and they're friends, like, or at least know
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah,
Very fun.
it's always fun. Yeah, let's see if we can jump into game number 1. We're gonna start off with Jin Jin versus Type 100, and the map pool is gonna be what was the map pool again? It was Ascension, Butter, and Polypoid, I think.
Indeed.
Said it.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I forgot off the top of my head, but yeah. So our first game is gonna be on Ascension. Let's have a look and get into it.
All right. Game 1. Let's go.
You guys can introduce our players.
All right. Spawning here in the top center with the brown SCVs. Going under quit stress game. I relate to that.
Yeah, we have our Jin Jin, and in the bottom right, in the green Zerg, we have Type 100. Definitely, if you've watched Jin Jin's stream, you can understand where his ID comes from here. Let's see
Yeah.
if this is going to be a stress
Civic.
game or not.
Yeah. Sorry, my throat died. That was in the middle of the introduction.
No
Oh,
worries, man.
all right. Yeah. TVZ, Jin Jin, very good. I think it's this feels like a macro game to me, right? Between the two of these guys, game 1, I think we're gonna get into a solid, probably 15-20 minute macro game here.
Could be. Ascension has a pretty long rush distance, and we don't see any 8-ranks. Now, of course, the question is what does Zerg want to do? We see an Overlord already, so no 9 pool. Could still be an Overpool. Probably going to be a 12 hatch, though. Let's see here.
Looking like 12. Yeah.
Yeah, this looks very much like a very standard game so far. Of course, very early on. I think plenty of deviation can still happen. But Ascension with a very long rush distance. Aggression is a little bit more difficult here, and like at least in other matchups, you often see like Eco Cheese is like 12 Nexus here, and maybe that could have translated to TBC as well, but for now, just looking very standard.
Yeah. Uh, Getting that 12 hatch, it's gonna be as economical as you can be. And actually, you could go for a 3 hatch before pool, but if you really
Yeah.
wanted to be greedy,
Yeah, no,
that
this looks like very standard 12, 11, 10. 2
yeah.
hatch. Probably, let's see if it's going to be, of course, 2 hatch Spire or 2-edge lurker, but so far looking very standard from our Zerg player. Airn didn't get the first scout, making the second depot. Probably going to be at 18 CC here,
Yeah.
being a little bit more safe.
I think what's interesting is obviously Jin Jin, a man who knows the current meta, and a lot of the meta seems to be going for, since 2-edge mute has been so prevalent, going for those Valkyries these days.
Indeed,
So
indeed.
I'm curious, we might see if we see some Valkyrie builds.
That is very possible. Jin Jin
Goliath as
is
well,
a bit of a
popular.
fan of the Valkyrie mech switch. Like if you watch his stream, he's quite particular to that build, I would say. Bullying
And it's powerful,
in his
too.
own words. Others
Yeah.
works with it. Let's see what will happen here though.
Yeah,
And
layers coming up.
with the fast gas, it is looking like either an eBay build or the Valkyrie build, as we'll see. Now, of course, we need to see if it's going to be an eBay or if it's going to be a fast factory here. Scout is alive still. He's the lair. See if he can keep it alive until it finishes. Or did he catch the lair timing? I'm not too sure.
I don't think he caught when it started, but
No, he
Oh.
can expect it. Kind of by like
yeah,
what the standard should be.
yeah, he should catch it finishing here.
Indeed. Yeah, he catches it, and now he should know the timings if this is going to be a Spire.
Factory's coming on up here.
Indeed.
Academy. Ooh.
And we see the Spire timing. So Jin Jin should know, could know exactly when he needs to place his eBay to kind of get the best possible build here. And with the factory, it is looking like the Valkyrie build. It might very well be that.
Yeah. Finish this up, drop your starport, start up full tower, get some Valkyries out, and poor Zerg just has a really bad game from there.
We see the speed kicking in now. The scout does go down. The scouting SCV did see the drone though, heading over for the third base. So he will have a bit of an idea. At least just poking in.
Yeah.
Sees plenty of marine count here. And there we have it.
There it is. Yeah.
All the buildings, the starport, the eBay, the academy finished, and the armory. It's a lot of buildings all at once, but this is very much looking like what you said. We have a bit of a move out here with the first medic. No stim, I think.
No stim yet.
Yeah, just forcing away a bit. Now, Type 100 taking the natural here. Yeah. What do you think when you see Zerg taking a natural like this for the third base instead of a main or another base?
So I think it was actually Type 100 who explained this to me, because I used to take the mains because that's just kind of what it feels like you should do. But you take the natural because generally speaking, it's going to be a lot easier to defend, and then you get the free main base on the back of it. Right. Obviously, Ascension's a little bit weird with just how you attack into the natural, but overall, this is a much more solid habit if you want a second free base.
Yeah, because you can get sunken up the choke.
Yeah.
Also, on Ascension, I guess. On Ascension, also, you don't have like a high ground main, so I guess that's why. Okay. You have the Mutas coming in now. 4 Mutas. Third barely doesn't finish, but we have the first Valkyrie on the way already.
Got our own barracks there for a moment.
Oh. We're here, but
Mutas will get out, but the Muta Destroyer has shown up.
The first Valkyrie is out, and we have the second one pumping, and we have the recent kind of innovation which Light has been doing, which Jin Jin translated for us, the +1 air weapons, kind of like if it's PvZ. You see Lights nowadays often go for the air weapons on the Valkyries, and this is very strong if Zerg isn't getting armor upgrades as well.
Interesting. I did not know that part of the meta yet.
2 Valkyries now, I don't know how much more the Mutas can do right now.
No. Now the real question is, we're gonna try with Scourge, which it looks like, or are we gonna go into more of a Hydra play here?
I don't think we'll see Hydra here. We see a Queen's Nest and already Carapace going. So this, like, it almost looks like Crazy Zerg in a way, but we're gonna be spending a lot of gas on Scourge to deal with the Valkyries. But yeah,
Crazy
it looks
Zerg,
like
but we
past
skip
Hive,
the dunks.
past Hive with Carapace. Of course, it could still be just before the Filer, but I would imagine this would be like some kind of armor muta with Ultras Lynx kind of play.
Well, he's only saturated his gas so far at the other base.
Yeah, and he's gotten away with no sunken so far because he knows that the good scouting with the Lynx kind of looking for any move out here. He has been able to saturate that and get like a good gas bank going instead of making sunks right away. But this ball count is just growing.
Muta's done a good job keeping everything home,
Ooh,
but
look at that back shot.
oh,
Showing up.
yeah, Valks are good.
Yeah, you need to know the micro technique for it, though, the back shot, but you can practice that. And I'm sure Jin Jin has done plenty of that. This is his, as we said, this is kind of his go-to build. And now we have a tank here, looking for a bit of a move out. Siege mode on the way. Ooh, nice hit, very nice volleys there. Has +1 kicked in? Not just yet, but shortly, in a few seconds.
Yep,
there it is. And do we have +1 armor? We do have Carapace. On the Mutas. But no, the Mutas are flying all over
the Mutas are not going to win against Marine.
Yeah, but the Lynx do a good job there. But now, let's see. Oh, the skirt. Oh, one Valkyrie. Chasing. We get another Valkyrie, and the ground army's all gone. These two Lynx did an insane.
Yeah, the Lynx are incredible.
Yeah, and we have Hive done. We have Adrenaline on the way.
All right.
Very nice fight there by 5100, I have to say.
Ultra Cavern coming up as well, so we're just gonna go straight into that Crazy Zerg.
It does.
He got away with so much, and is still able to just go into this.
Well, he has almost no sunkens. Like, usually a Crazy Zerg would be spamming sunkens, but instead he's kind of been able to make a lot of links and fight like that with the Muta link. We have the move up is continuing though. This is a strong timing. Siege mode with the Valkyries.
Yeah, stopping this is a challenge because you need the Mutas to hit the tank. But the tank's always going to be covered by the Valkyries, and then the Wings are useless against the Firebat. Oh,
Firebat doing a lot of. Oh. You get one connection there, but a few Scourge do go down.
The other two are just kind of idling,
but this
right in the wrong area.
Resetting the Valkyrie count several times, like.
Yes, that is.
Because it's kind of like PvZ. The bigger cloud of Valkyries you have, the more difficult it becomes for any Scourge to land at all.
Yep.
So getting these takeoffs has been insane. Type 100, but now we are sieging up here. Oh, bit of a play.
Only one hit.
Oh, that's not sliding in. The Lynx getting on top of the tanks. The Firebat's not really in position to cover the tanks. Kind of on the other side here. Now the Lynx
everything's getting cleaned up.
And the Mutas as well. So Airn might just break this.
Airn stimming in right into the mineral line. Firebat's going for the drone.
This might be just first ult race out. No upgrades done yet. Can he hold? All the overlords are going down. One ult was coming out. Firebat.
Firebat.
Doesn't get anything.
A lot of hurt drone. No dead.
This goes down, but we've got drones over to the third.
You got a battle SCV here, being healed up by the medic.
Very nice, very nice. 60 HP. That's more than any bio unit.
Yeah. SCV is probably the strongest turn unit.
They are. Oh, the Valks are gonna. Will they catch the last overlords here? Type 100 is just perma supply blocks from these Valkyries. Wrecking.
Vulture scouts out the bottom left, the other natural, but not a whole lot I can do right now.
Yeah, he has
Army though.
In mind. This is the nice part. Eventually you transition into mech and you make a lot of vultures and get map control. And I mean, ultras against mines. It's not that great. Not that great, honestly.
Oh
Let's
no,
see, we have quite a few ultras coming in here now. Should be able to clean up this little. Just the links do it actually. But at the
Ooh, that's a good
natural, the
unit.
Valkyries are still just keeping him perma supply blocked here.
Oh, he catches the scourge
Camping
as
the
they
hatchery.
spawn.
Camping the hatchery.
Oh no!
Gets one. Gets one.
SCV's trying to kill the hatchery. Go, buddy, go.
Type-100 trying for a bit of a counterattack here. No mind. Oh, but we have a tank siege. Now, trying to block up the choke. Oh, now he's gonna mine him.
Good work. Oh, the Marines, they're trying. And they get him.
The Marines, actually, the ultras have +4 armor now. The Marines 0-0. So really, it's gonna have to be the tanks and the mines killing ultras here. These Marines do very little damage to ultralists right now.
Oh no, they're doing
the mine is gonna connect.
Oh, he kills everything.
Bad
Indiscriminate justice.
Yeah. Mines are doing damage, but they're doing damage to Airn as well, and now Airn is kind of a bit of a panic mode here. SCV's fighting ultralisks, you don't want to see that.
Oh, that is.
But behind this, I mean, this Valkyrie is just continuously killing overlords, and like Type-100's at 115 supply, but that's because he's spamming out overlords.
Yeah, that's so many minerals you can't use on army or anything expanding.
And at bottom left, there's the vulture killing drones. Type-100 not able to kind of deal with that right now.
Reacting.
Yeah, the larva's all being spent on overlords, and overlords don't shoot that, they don't shoot anything.
Oh, there's 7 overlords here, and the Valkyrie's like, ooh, hello.
1 vulture and 1 Valkyrie with the dream. Oh, we have some links here, actually.
GG.
Too much harass. The Valkyries, the vultures, showing off their power in this game. Very nice.
This feels like all of my ZVPs, where you just get mass Corsair, and you just continuously supply block the Zerg until I can't do anything anymore.
Right. And now you can have that in both matchups. Isn't that nice?
ZVZ, the only matchup worth playing. Confirmed.
Okay. Not sure about that. But...
Yeah, it was a bit of a scrappy game as well. Oh, look, there's someone here in the caster channel that wasn't here before. Love Snow, say hi. Love Snow, are you there? I can see your name.
He's muted.
He's muted. Oh, okay. He's just here to have a good time, I guess.
He's here to enjoy our casting.
Oh wait, I have a message from Love Snow. It says when next game stops, stream your screen on Discord. I'll hop in.
Oh, we're starting a new game right now.
Yeah, but I'm not. I actually don't normally stream at the same time as I'm casting because it's. I'm already like at max system resources as is. So.
Okay. I got it.
Yeah, I guess he can just sit in the in the caster channel if he wants. But yeah, let's have a look at our next game. This is going to be Jin Jin versus Type-100, and this is going to be on Pand0r. So map number 2, Pand0r, completely different map, but honestly, I think that despite the fact that game looks so scrappy, it looks kind of like Jin Jin was in control the whole time.
Yeah, I think despite kind of Jin Jin just got into his build and he did everything kind of as he planned. Even though like the Mutas got in, sniped a few SCVs, did a little bit of damage, but that was just kind of the build executing itself as it's supposed to. I felt like, and Type-100, it seemed like he had an idea about how he wanted to counter the Valkyries with the armor, with the Scourge play, with the fast ultras behind it. But let's see if he's gonna try this, if we're gonna see the same, and if Type-100 has the same, if that's the counter he still wants to go for, or if he will have another idea here on Pand0r.
Yeah, let's have a look. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but yeah, I'll get the next game started and then we can talk further.
All right.
What's going on, gentlemen?
How you doing?
Hey.
No.
No, we're just watching.
Mind if I hop on here?
Yeah, feel free. I don't know if you're actually watching the game though, because because
I've
we're
got
not.
it
I'm not streaming it on Discord, but yeah, let's introduce our players. In the top right corner, it's Quit Stress Game, aka Jin Jin 5000.
And in the
And
bottom right,
you
still in the
go.
green, it's Type 100. Dessert.
Does anyone here have some information on Type 100? And I've actually casted a couple games of myself personally, but I don't know too much about the player.
Yeah, I don't know. I know that he is a Russian player.
Is he? I thought he was like from somewhere Southeast Asia.
Oh, sorry if I'm wrong. I thought he was,
No.
but maybe I'm incorrect
Okay.
about that.
I know he's. I think he had like one very strong opponent which he beat. I forget if it was like Raz or someone at one point earlier in CPL, which kind of like I heard a lot about, but I haven't played much against him myself, honestly.
By the way, we have yet another guest in the chat room or in the casters channel, Azhi Dahaki. How you doing, man?
Doing fun. Spent like a 40-minute PvP or something.
I see. That's why you couldn't join us.
Yeah.
We were waiting, like, where's Azhi, man? And then I checked your stream and I saw you were in some kind of grueling PvP.
Yeah, we went split
Beat up-
map. Like,
Yeah. Split map
BWCL?
no. No, just ladder.
Was it like recall and stuff or barriers?
He was massing stasis at the end of it. Yeah.
Nice.
Massing stasis in PvP?
Yeah,
What a
that's
weird
Apparently it's
game.
good.
very nice. Okay, so we have here, back to the TVZ, we have a wall at the natural for Jin Jin, 12 hatch, 2 hatch looking like, standard hatch pool gas from Type 100. And second
You know-
depot here.
I haven't really been a big fan of the position. It just seems really painful when Zerg commits a lot of lanes. He's like Maurice be spawning on the outside, and they keep getting cut off before they can get behind the safety of
Right. Yeah.
the right side supply depot.
Yeah.
I guess I haven't really done the second supply depot behind. Is that actually a full wall? Can no lane pass through that?
Well, a depot above a depot is link tied, right? But
With the barracks on the left like that?
I'm not. Well, I'm not confident. I'm not a Terran player mainly, but I agree that like having the Marine pop out at the bottom seems very tricky compared to the bottom spawn. Would be like a much more intuitive wall, but I guess it still can allow for just cutting Marines a little bit if you have good scouting.
It's like Jin Jin looking around for an overlord, potentially scouting, or potentially going to that little point in that big crevice.
Indeed, and looking like a 2-Rex Academy here, so probably gonna see SK Terran instead of a repeat of the Valkyrie opener from Jin Jin here.
Did he go for the standard Valkyrie, or did he go for the Valkyrie open, the Valkyrie open build, where you go
He
for
did the live build, the +1 air weapons into mech later on, game 1. D goes down, Spire, looking very normal from Type 100. So how did you, let us know, on Butter, what do you like to play? Like, are you a fan of Durex? Are you a fan of eBay? Would you prefer like a tech play on this map? Any like thoughts on that?
Oh my gosh, I just visited my niece. I'm going home. Hop into the cast.
sorry.
But my niece just like was like, "Oh, it was so nice seeing Uncle Jonathan, the peacock." She calls me the peacock. sorry. I just
No,
thought I'd
that's
share
funny.
that. That
That's
is
funny.
hilarious.
Also, are you in the car right now?
Yeah, I'm in the car. Not driving.
Ah.
It's okay.
Okay.
Not driving and casting.
real casters cast and drive at the same time.
No, too many adult beverages for that.
Not safe for. Okay, we have a bit of a. We have the move out here. 2 Sunks coming out. Medic. Oh,
Man, this is like Apple style, dude. He's stimming. He's trying to go
yeah,
for
he's
it,
stimming.
but he's not
He
gonna be able
wants
to. He doesn't have the second medic. The second medic's too late. Is the second
Yeah, I
medic
don't
gonna
know.
get picked off?
Like,
Where's the
made
second
two
medic?
fire
More
Our second
zerglings.
medic is a oh. We catch the fire guy. Very nice, very nice. But we forced the 2 Sunks at
Wait.
least.
Yeah, no, that's good that he forces 2 sunks, but I guess the medic got stuck.
Delivering
Yeah,
additional
he's just sitting
zerglings
at home.
Again, always
now.
says the
3
medic.
links. Oh, is this Boxer? We're going 2-Rax tech here, actually. So we're gonna try to go for a really fast vessel, maybe, or
So this factory was actually incredibly quick. I think he got the factory before range, unless I missed it. Is that
yeah,
no?
I'm not confident, but I mean, Starport starting at 620, that's insane.
Yeah, he definitely. I think he made the factory before range actually. So we're gonna be seeing another Valkyrie build, unless it's
Oh.
fast vessel. But he didn't take the second
Okay,
gas,
so
so
you
I think
can-
it's Valkyrie.
You can actually pivot into Valkyrie even from 2-Rax. Didn't know that. Okay,
Option.
okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, so it is gonna be Valkyrie. We see the armory going down, and the
Indeed,
second gas.
indeed.
The big thing is the second gas. If you see the second gas, you know it's vessel. If you don't see the second gas, it's Valkyrie.
I see. Mutas are out here, and Type 100 is already going like armor preemptively. It seems like looking very similar to
On the
the
Muta?
last game. Yeah, going Carapace on Mutas. Evo Chamber Queen's Nest.
Okay, so
looking to
100%.
repeat.
Well, actually, maybe not. He built the Evo Chamber. If it was just Queen's Nest, it's 100% Guardian. I guess with the Evo Chamber,
These
he
Mutas
might be
are
just
fast.
going into straight up. What's it called?
Crazy Zerg? Yeah, he
Crazy
did. He
Zerg.
tried for that game 1. Now these Mutas kind of flew in and took a lot of damage. Didn't really get any shots off. Very scary if you're like gonna rely on Mutas and Sunks only. Have to take too much free damage.
Did Jin Jin scan the main and see the Queen's Nest? Because I saw him scan the third.
No,
in the
he
natural.
scanned third and natural so far.
Okay. So yeah, in Jin Jin's mind, he might be thinking this is actually going to be all in Mina, which is why
Yeah,
he's going for
he's
the Valkyrie.
He scanned the NAT again. No new information.
Weird to scan the nat twice.
Drone count.
Yeah, oh, here it goes down. Yeah, he has Scourges mixed in already. Expecting
Yeah,
the Valve.
What
this
what
is
tipped
like,
off Type 100? How did he make the Scourge early? Did he see something?
I mean, could it be like playing to his opponent, kind of knowing that Jin Jin likes to do this?
He did it last
Yeah.
game too, so there's no reason to think he wouldn't do it
I mean,
this game.
But in the last game, he didn't do 2-Rax Academy first. Okay, try to bust
Did
up
Valk
the
rush.
third here.
Ooh,
I'm not sure if that's possible. Not too many Marines because
It's definitely not the
goes
play from
down.
Airn. This is definitely not the play from Airn.
Oh, the first valve going down, that's actually insane. Like, the
That's
valve
so
numbers
painful.
need to stack up. You need to build them up, kind of like Corsairs. Can't lose the first valve like that.
Yeah,
Still-
losing the first Valk when you play the Valkyrie style against Zerg is good. Because you need to get up to that critical mass. The critical mass for Terran is about 3 Valkyries. Once you have the 3 Valkyries, Needless are pretty much non. You don't even have to think about the Needless anymore. You just aim them forward and just kill them.
Indeed.
But with anything less than that, it's a little scary.
Yeah, he is forcing the Sunks, but now he scans the main. He's double Evo, he's Ultra Cavern. Should know what's up. Mutas wagon. One goes down.
No, we're actually going to be doing the. We're actually doing the
Rip out.
Valko P build. This is it. This is the style to
Yeah.
play it. We're going to be
The
max
Valko.
switching. We're getting already the +1 air weapon upgrade.
We are, but we're getting air weapons, but we keep getting our valves picked up by Scourge here. Like, and one more went down earlier. Really, I'm not sure. Behind this, we don't have a lot of like actual unit production. We're trying to max switch, but let's see it. I'm not sure. I mean, of course, mines are good against ultras, but will this just be too strong of a timing from Type 100? We have a lot of gas banked up. These mutas, man. Keeping this tank up.
Still going.
We have one now. Tanks looking to siege up. But siege mode isn't done. No. Oh, we're going up the third instead. White walking up. Deny mining, gets some overlords here, but Bounce will prevent him from taking the Nidus, but he can probably snipe the hatchery here before the ult was popped. Behind this, we have more mutas kind of reinforcing. Okay, siege mode is done now. All of the drones gonna go down. But the ultras are about to pop. The first ones have popped from the main and the nats. There we have it. Let's see now. This is the timing for Zerg, I mean.
Oh.
Carapace is done even on the ultras. We have +3. Yeah. This is more ultras than marines. We can't fight that. No,
That's
we have
my
like
favorite
a tank just
ratio.
kind of on its own.
Go, drones, go! Oh.
Mutas still picking off. Valkyrie's here. See? Yeah, and we have more Valks coming, but like these ultras, how are we gonna stop this? We have no mines. We have 2 tanks here, but these ultras are just gonna get up into the face of them, and that might just be too much.
Oh, there's so many ultras.
Yeah, this timing is
Absolutely
really
too many.
strong. Like Type 100 has over 1,000 gas banked up ready to pump these ultras once the tank is ready.
Yeah.
With the Carapace upgrades, this is like the power of the Crazy Zerg build. This specific timing.
Yeah, this is why it's such a scary build for Terran. Is if it hits right, it hits hard.
Yeah. In the last game, we saw mines deal with ultras quite well, but here we didn't have mines up in time, unfortunately. And now just these raw tanks. Sure, tanks are good units, but they can't really deal with ultras in their face.
No, because they're single. You can kite for a little bit, but eventually you're gonna botch yourself in against this many ultras.
By the
I'm
way,
just like,
has Type 100 just forgotten over ultra speed?
he might have, or he's like trying to pump all the gas into units right now. But yeah, he would want, I guess, like second melee upgrade, the ultra speed as well. Jin Jin holding on for now. Got a few tanks up, but this map, he's trying his best though. He has the command center at 11 o'clock. He's building a hidden base at 9 o'clock. He's trying to find ways to stay into the game here, but he took a lot of damage there.
Oh, those makes almost just died to a mine.
The thing is, Jin Jin has a very good worker count. If he can get out on the map again and kind of take these bases, then he is going to have a strong economy. But Zerg spots the 9 o'clock.
Zerg's just making a hatchet at 9 o'clock.
That's
amazing.
Absolutely disrespectful.
God, I was like, is that BM?
That's funny.
I mean, it's a great way to make sure he can't take it.
But
Hey,
Zerg
might as well make a queen at this point, right?
Might as well, might as well. I mean, it's good against mech, you know? But that's the plausible deniability. Getting Overlord speed now to clear the mines. Nice, nice. And we have Terran moving out.
Running.
Still no speed on these ultras, by the way.
Yeah, it's on the way. now.
Almost done.
Prioritizing the minerals and gas on other
Oh.
things.
Yeah.
There we go.
Like this
Look at him run
hatchery.
now.
Those
We have
ultras
an
are
eBay
so
block
fast.
At 7 o'clock.
Oh, there we go. It kicked in.
Some vultures? More ultras than vultures. That's the theme of things, I feel like. Like, we have these piecemeal Terran attacks, but Zerg just has so many ultras right now. But with these mines coming up, like, you need links to kind of... You need the micro links to kind of clear the minefield here. But, oh, Big
Ooh, we're
tank
donating
shots.
ultras.
Don't want to see that.
Yeah, Terran has so many tanks, and the Natural and the main are well protected by the SimCity, which
Yeah,
you
but
just
they're
can't, you
almost
can't really
mined
go.
out. Like in a few minutes here, sure we're adding factories, and we have a big bank of minerals, but
I think Jin Jin
this
have
is like a
25
ton of
seconds.
SPs.
Yeah, I think that has to be your strategy, to just make the Terran mine out, because you can't really attack in.
Just make mass queens.
Yeah, you would have to switch to
Yeah.
queens eventually, but I guess Zerg wants maybe wants a fourth base before he wants to like add that tech. For now, he's making links. Oh, he's getting dropped. That might be the way here. He's gonna win the game. Might be what he's thinking. So many
Researching Burrow
mines
as well.
behind
All the ultras eating them together.
oh, mines killing ultras is so satisfying, honestly. On the larva as well.
Mine's killing larva is hilarious.
It is.
There's an eBay block at the more normal fourth base.
Yeah, poor drone. How are we doing on the upgrades there? We have. We only. No, we have a second armory. Okay. How are Terra and mech upgrades like in this situation? Are they? I mean, of course they're great and all, but it feels almost like the mines are what's gonna really kill the ultras here, not just the base attacks.
So mines are fantastic. The only problem with mines is expensive. You're constantly using them. And there's so much going on where it can be very challenging to make sure you get your vultures out on the map and plant the mines in relative locations. But yes, if you can plant them very well and Zerg is pulling them with the Zergling and you can connect on Ultralisk and Defiler or whatnot. Actually, in this case, no Defiler, just Ultra. But if you can get the connects on the Ultras, it's very, very good.
But yeah, I mean, it is insanely intensive. Like, there's a reason why people keep saying, like, okay, the way you improve in TVP, at least, and I guess in this as well, is plant more mines. But planting mines is so difficult in between everything else, isn't it?
It's taxing. But if you can do it, it's fantastic.
Sure. They're actually going into Goliaths here a bit now. Did he scan the Queen transition? Or drop?
No, he missed the scan on the drop.
Okay, but we're loaded up now.
Ooh, Valkyrie's hunting
main.
though.
Ooh. We have one Valk here.
Oh, it's gonna see the
Oh,
Overlord.
coming in.
Ooh. All right, Scourge coming to intercept.
Goliath
Oh,
coming in
Goliath.
now. Oh, he's
Oh,
Goliath.
this is no. You gotta start dropping
Oh, he
right
dropped.
on top of mine.
Dropping the Vultures right on the mouse here. Fast hits.
Oh,
The Vultures are still going back. But we have
there's
a
so
third
many
one.
turrets.
No.
This is like a bad UMS game.
Oh,
GG.
GG.
Oh no, that's so sad.
That is
Ooh,
absolutely what you're not supposed to do.
that feels so sad. Yeah.
He must have
The
scanned
Hail-
it. He had on the target position.
The Hail Mary move, he knew. Jin Jin knew, man.
Yeah.
The Hail Mary move didn't work. Oh. And Zerg was on 3 base for so long, like he wasn't able to get a 4th up, and I guess that was he felt like that was his last shot, and if he couldn't get damage with this, then the split map Terran would be too strong. Oof.
Yeah,
So that's
very
a 2-0
strong.
then.
Yeah, strong performance
Yeah.
from Jin Jin.
Very
Absolutely
nice.
fantastic.
What a way to end the game as well. Just getting all the overlords during the Doom drop.
That must
Yep.
feel good for Terran.
Yeah, and so in the chat saying that Ultra Link performs poorly versus mech. I remember
Yeah.
Hawk saying once that the counter to 3-3 mech is to not let the Terran get the 3-3 mech.
Yeah, that's a fantastic counter.
Yeah, I think that applies to every matchup, pretty much. Except TVT. You can have BCs, but... No, it's tough, it's tough.
So let me get the next game up. Got guys, the next game is up. So, Azhi Dahaki, maybe you want to join us. So we're on EU, and I've sent you the password. This is going to be a PvP, so might be interesting for you to comment.
Boy.
I think Azhi Dahaki is actually AFK again. Azhi, where you at, bro?
Azhi.
Okay, I guess we get started
he's
without him.
muted and deafened, so he'll
Mutant and Evans. I
he'll
guess
be here
he's
when he's here.
okay. I guess he's. Oh wait, I have a message from him. No, nothing. Okay, well, I guess we'll just get started without him then.
Yep, let's just get into it.
All right,
All right,
so
let's send it.
yeah, this is gonna be game 1. maaaaxaxa versus ash-ZakRoM.
Am I too late?
Too late. Oh, did you just
dude,
join?
balls.
Are you kidding me?
No,
Shall we get him in?
I
Should
can
we
have.
get him in?
Yeah,
I-
wait.
I can have for him. Or we can just,
Hold
yeah.
on.
Sorry, this is totally like the Aussie. Wait till you start
Azhi.
getting this, like, hello.
We're hosting.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right, game is up.
We need your PvP expertise, man.
Oh, guys, this is PvP.
I'm on the wrong server.
This is
We're
PvP.
All the Protoss.
What was the password?
Yes,
It's in the caster chat.
just let me say the password to everyone on stream. It's in your DM.
You have those CPLers flocking in, dude.
Well, I'm screen sharing. They can see it anyway. They're all gonna come.
Ah, there you are. Okay, well, let's get started then. maaaaxaxa versus ash-ZakRoM. Take 2. Okay, we have here in the top corner, I guess. It's not a corner. The top spawn, it's maaaaxaxa.
And in
And-
the bottom right, in the purple Protoss, very nice color. I totally approve. It's ash-ZakRoM. So PvP on Ascension, I think it can be like a very map-specific kind of game here. We might see, of course, depends on the players. Azhi, do you have any thoughts on how you would play PvP on this map compared to like a more standard one?
My PvP, I don't know. My PvP is like a proxy 2-gate at every game.
Solid.
So defend the proxy 2-gate and you're ahead. That's the way I feel about PvP.
Good plan. Where would you proxy 2 gates on Ascension?
In their base, I guess.
Yeah, but then you have to guess.
Unless the game goes
Get
to
it
40
right.
minutes, that is.
Yeah, I feel like proxy 2-gate probably doesn't work very well on this. Like if you actually went for a blind proxy, I feel like it's tough to pull off.
Well, because the center isn't like fully. You can't really build in the right in the middle.
Yeah.
You need to gamble a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it looks. Not seeing that today. You have a gateway. Scout from both players. It is a map without a ramp, so what I'm thinking is that like 3-gate goon builds and stuff like that can be very strong here.
Yeah.
But of course, if you know that, then you can try and blind counter that as well.
Yeah, 3-gate goon on non-ramp maps are pretty strong. Even if you use it just to like kill a natural or something, if they go for an expo, or if they do like 2-gate expo or something like that, you
Indeed.
can kill the expo and fall back on your own, that kind of thing.
Yeah, we have 1-gate gas from both players. No 2-gate shenanigans just yet. Very standard so far.
Mm-hmm.
See if they make a zealot. Like ZakRoM is making a zealot, and maaaaxaxa as well. Looking very normal so far. This second pylon though from maaaaxaxa in the very corner, that's can be sneaky, can also just be like a mind game. Where's the pylon now?
I feel like Protoss doesn't count pylons until about 2300 MMR.
Oof. Rock goes down. That's bad. That's not good. You don't want to see that. I mean, this could instantly be Citadel.
Well, Maxa doesn't get inside either. That's actually decent. for
Yeah.
ZakRoM.
Like, in theory, you could have had DT versus DT here. Of course, then the Goons push in and
Yeah.
them.
So the reason losing your scouting probe hurt so much, he didn't see if range started, right? So you don't know if range started, you don't know if it's going to be fast tech, it could be Reaver, it could be DT, could just be extra gateways and goons. So when you lose that first scout, you're playing completely blind at this point.
Yeah, and like, ideally you want to keep it alive until the Goon is out, and then
Yep.
ideally you get the probe out, but here we lost scouting much earlier.
So we do have
both
3 gate
sides-
coming down for ZakRoM.
We do. Goon coming out now, and looks like a 2-gate so far from Maxa, so this might be Robo. Instead of opting in for the very heavy Goon play. Both
Yeah,
very
2-gate
normal
Robo.
builds.
Yeah, 2-gate Robo is about the safest. It covers you for a
Yeah.
lot of things.
It's
And
very
if you're fighting
quickly
defensive,
covered.
if you get 3-gated, you can still defend.
Yeah, it's very like, especially on a map with a longer rush distance, like Ascension, compared to, let's say, Tilted, which has a bit of a shorter rush distance, I believe. You can kind of have like a little bit more time to get the Reaver out as the 2-gate Robo player. But ZakRoM looking for a timing here, and Maxa doesn't really know what he's up against, so he just kind of has to play as if it's anything, and I would assume he's going to be constantly making goons here. Neither player going for like a very quick expansion.
If I'm in Max's shoes, I do worry a little bit about stepping out here because you are 2-gate. You're not really you can't really get aggressive with 2-gate Robo, so you pretty much want to stay defensive. So stepping out here
is
can...
like, we're not playing to our timing here as Maxa, unless we would be up against 1-gate Robo. Oh, fight coming in here.
He is
Good
up
targeting by
goons, though.
ZakRoM. ZakRoM focus firing very well here. Maxa now up on the high ground, but ZakRoM stuck. This fight went really well for ZakRoM, and he has the build advantage at this specific time. And we went to Observer actually as pro.
Yeah, I kind of open Observer as well, just because I get afraid of DT. But if you're going Observer, there's absolutely no reason to move out whatsoever.
Yeah, 2-gate Observer has no timing here. If you were like 3-gate Observer, then you could have a bit of a timing right now. But this just kind of played right into ZakRoM's hand here. Now Maxa has the arc. ZakRoM can... Yeah, now Maxa has the count advantage right here, but locally, still ZakRoM targeting quite well, getting a decent trade here. Maxa kind of anti-stutter stepping there a little bit. Oh, but this Nexus is canceling that. Now the Reaver is gonna take a long time here to get out here. Behind this, ZakRoM can do anything kind of. He has the Forge, so he was scared of DT, but now he should have seen the blur of the Observer. Now ZakRoM can kind of just have this soft container up until the Reaver's ready. Getting a Nexus behind this. Not getting a Robo. Heals doesn't need that since he sees the Observer. Oh, pushing in even actually. Reaver isn't out just yet. For now, ZakRoM getting very good trades here with these goon advantage. Reaver is out. See if he can jump on it. Sheriff's on the way. Ooh, first hit, very nice. Probes being pulled, but nice focus fire on the Reaver. Only gets one scare above. Now, probes against goons, you don't want to see that. And
GG.
taps out. GG. It felt like ZakRoM kind of knew the strengths of his build here, in a way. Knew his timing and took advantage of that.
Yeah, a bit of a bit of an anti-push out there from Maxa.
Yeah, that was unfortunate, but He had no scouting, as he said, pointed out earlier. He didn't get a probe in at all. So perhaps he was kind of
well, he had observer.
Build.
Like he was pushing out with his observer across the map already. So
right.
Yeah. It's just in that situation as Toss, like I get it because I also like you worry about DT, so he goes observer first, 100% with him on there. But if you're a 2-gate observer into Reaver, you cannot leave your base. You're playing defensive and you're waiting for information, then you kind of adjust.
No, I mean, not skipping the observer if you haven't scouted your opponent's base at all would have been a pretty insane play as well. So I understand the observer.
Yeah.
ZakRoM takes the 1-0. Now we're going into butter. Another map without the ramp, actually.
Let's see how this plays out. Okay, let's go into game 2.
3-gate is strong again here.
Or proxy 2-gate.
True. Also, 2-player maps are also really good for Maaaaxaxa pylons.
They are.
In the top right corner, it's maaaaxaxa sporting that green again.
And in the bottom right, the purple, it's ZakRoM. And Azhi, is this you play?
Why do you say that?
What's this probe doing, man? We're in the middle of 25 seconds.
You misunderstand. I'm not the one doing the proxy. I'm the one doing the proxy.
You're getting proxied, okay. So you're still in the game then, but you're in the purple here. Okay, so maaaaxaxa going for...
so this looks like it's going to be Maaaaxaxa pylon. We're doing on the outside, or he could do it as natural. It looks like we're going for the natural.
Yeah. Now, there is actually a variant. You can either do the classic 2-gate, or you can just do kind of like a 1-gate pressure, and then you're macroing behind it, but you're still putting on a lot of pressure early on. See what maaaaxaxa chooses to opt for here.
I actually just played against that build for the first time a few days ago. It was just a proxy 1-gate into mass eco, and I didn't understand what was happening.
Yeah, it's pretty insane if you're like... I'm really bad against it because I struggle already with zealot pressure, and then they have a good economy behind it. Like, okay. 1-gate for now. But the probe isn't going in for like a Maaaaxaxa pylon. Not making a second gateway, so we might see just that then. And ZakRoM is taking his gas, so it's going to be a 1-gate against 1-gate, it looks like. I would like if maaaaxaxa goes for a Maaaaxaxa pylon here inside the mineral line.
Yeah, it's really, really good when you're doing zealot pressure because it kind of prolongs the lifespan of the pylon, so it gets more value over time.
He just saw the gateway as... Yeah, he saw the gateway as he left.
He saw the gateway, okay.
It was in his vision, but I'm not sure if he actually saw it, though.
But it's on his mini-map now.
Well, he wouldn't pull probes. Well, he should have pulled probes already. He was going to do that.
Yeah, it was still...
Yeah, he knows.
It was
he
still...
wants to see what probes was up to at the home.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you see it.
He is in chat saying I saw it, yeah. Yeah.
No Maaaaxaxa pylon, actually. He didn't try for it. I think that's a bit of a... You should, like, kind of need to try it, at least, I feel like.
Yeah, I do feel like it's really good.
You're already kind of committing to an aggressive play here. Now this, I don't know. We have 1 zealot here. There's 2-gate now. Gas at home though. Oh, man. Got 1 hit off on the probe, but now it's 1 against 2 zealots here. Oh, gets the probe, very nice. 2 probes. Might just be 2 probes. Nice drill. Oh,
this is actually really bad for maaaaxaxa here.
That's a really good hold from ZakRoM. Only losing 2 probes, and now this proxy gateway is like... It can't really defend itself. Next zealot coming in there, but this is 1 against 4. ZakRoM, yeah. He senses that, okay, he can just kind of go for the counter-attack here. And he Maaaaxaxa pylon maxed at home, so the mining is not optimal. We have a gateway here as well to try and defend at home, but this is going to be 1, maybe 2 zealots against 3 zealots. very tough situation for Maxa now, I would say.
We actually have a supply block from Max as well, so it's only going to be the one.
We do.
Or it delayed it a little bit longer.
Yeah, and ash-ZakRoM also did the block on the natural, just making sure there couldn't have been a nexus, and he can also make... He could make batteries or cannons here. Go for push. They can core those, so we won't see that. Make batteries, but honestly, I think there's just too many zealots right now from ash-ZakRoM here. Get a ton of damage. Actually trying to fight with the probes a little bit. So targeting quite well here. Not really drilling, kind of trying to... And that's not... Then zealots will just pick up the probes one by one here, and this is what they were wrong from ash-ZakRoM, I have to say. More and more zealots streaming in. 4 is done, but what's that gonna do for you right now? GG.
GG.
That's a butter PvP, if I've ever seen one.
Yeah.
That felt like a 2-player.
It really did. Seemed like a good response to the one gate play, a proxy one gate, to kind of... He saw it and put on the pressure back, right back at him with the 2 gate of his own. So that's a 2-0 then for ash-ZakRoM.
Yeah, it's exactly what you said. It's like, it's a very typical PvP. Just some really weird stuff happening.
Yeah, 2-player map PvP can be like that. But ash-ZakRoM navigated the... I think... Felt like he kind of knew his strong points kind of in both of those games. Was able to play towards them.
Let's see, the next game is up. Next game is going to be Nagnar versus Zesky.
Sorry,
And,
what's the total score right now then? Is it...
Sorry, the total score is 1-1.
1-1.
Sorry, I didn't catch that you asked that. Sorry about that, but yeah, it's 1-1.
Good grief, man.
So yeah, next game is going to be Nagnar versus Zesky. Zesky, of course, well known as one of our CPL casters. Often casts on the Coach-Pupil League Twitch channel, along with Neblime. We have so many Terran casters, man.
Yep, side down
I
caster.
just say
They're
that.
Australian.
Yeah.
Somehow, like,
Terran's
casters are very slanted towards Terran.
Terran's like to talk about the game, you know?
Yeah. Like to talk about the game, about certain aspects of the game.
Zergs
for sure.
represent.
Yeah.
Proud of us. No, and Nagnar, the fellow Australian, he's played a lot with Zesky. They're not in the same CPL team, so now they get to meet each other here. And these players probably know quite a lot about how they like to play, their kind of like tendencies, strengths, weaknesses. So this might be an interesting series if we see like some builds which are kind of tailored against each other.
Yeah, let's have a look.
I like watching players like Zesky because he's very knowledgeable about the game, right?
Indeed.
Yeah, he's very smart.
Watches a lot
Like,
of
game
like
smart.
Koreans.
Okay,
First
let's
to
get
kind of
started.
understand.
Nagnar versus Zesky. Game 1 on Ascension.
Right, here we go.
And it's in the left side of Ascension. Integrity Zerg. AKA Nagnar.
Nagnar.
And on the right spawn, it's Zesky.
Indeed. Now this nickname, Integrity Zerg, is it like
Sarcastic.
is it like the honorable thing for parents, but the Zerg version, or does anybody know?
I have no idea.
I guess I could ask Nagnar later.
Integrity
Yeah,
Zerg,
so,
like the honorable Zerg.
Well, let's see if we see any honor here, or if we see orange clouds and ultras and hydras And all the
Orange
on
Cloud
the-
is not
I want to
honorable.
see all of that stuff.
Yeah, so do I. Um, so, looking standard so far, no 8 tracks, no 9 pool. Again, like long rush distance on this map, so... Oh, but this looks like... Okay, so it's an overpool actually. Nagnar may be expecting an 8 tracks from Zesky. Not
He's
gonna have that
expecting
this game.
dishonor from a Terran player.
Yeah, I think...
Oh.
If I
As if
remember
we've never
correctly-
seen Zesky 8 racks before. Come on.
Yeah,
guys.
Zesky is, if you watched him, like either in CPL or in CSL or anywhere, he likes the 8 racks, and he also likes the 8 racks into 1-1-1, where you tech really quickly behind it.
Yeah.
So he knows kind of that playstyle and how to navigate it, and Nagnar, obviously having played against him a lot, knows that as well. So that's why probably he wanted to go for the overpool here. Now Zesky's actually going for a gas here, so a tech build, but not an Atrax. But let's see if this is going to be like straight mech or a 1-1-1 of some kind.
It feels like a bit of a mind game from Zesky not to go for it, right? Like if they do know each other, he may have assumed that Integrity
Yeah.
would go for an anti-Arax and then he just plays eco.
Yeah. Also, if you just, I mean, it's such a long rush distance, and like where would you place the Barrett? You would probably place it close to the natural, and that's still a pretty long travel distance for the Marines. So we have the factory coming down here. Full of gas, so it looks like a factory expansion, not like a straight starport. 4 links coming in now. Oh, and the SCVCs, we need to pull SCVs here. Okay, pulling 5. They're not going to be there in time to like hold position on the choke. Oh, let's see, 1 SCV goes down, but now forcing the links back for now. Oh, but the SCVs are going back, and now the
Oh,
links are going
no.
back into round 2. He gets the Marine, going for the second Marine here. No more. The
Run,
Barrack
Marine,
is
run.
blinking, man.
They're playing a game of
The
tag.
factory is done. No Sim City. Oh,
No.
this is painful for Terra.
Oh, no.
But behind this, Zerg is not all in. We're making drones here. This is just kind of the overpool opening doing its work here.
Yeah.
Now the Vulture will eventually clear this out, but this has been a lot of lost SCVs. Bunker will hold us though, but now our CC is much later, I think, than we wanted it to be.
Yeah.
We have to get
Well, I mean, he
Bunker.
lost how much mining having to pull like 8
Yeah.
SCVs there.
We had
right
to
at the
make
start.
more Marines. Like a mech build usually doesn't want to make too many Marines, I feel like. Now
No,
we need
you
to make our
generally
add-on
want
before the CC here.
1 or
Our
2.
economy.
There is
our
no
economy.
creep for the Vulture coming out, so the Vulture could definitely make up a lot for
Ooh,
this.
that's true, that's true.
Oh, that's going to be painful too.
We made our 3rd hatchery, but we don't have the quick colony. Ooh, this might be a ton of damage.
We also have a
Drones
massive
now.
supply block for Zesky going on behind this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
rough for both players. Now, we have speed on the links here. Speed links can deal with vultures, but then you need a lot more. Like, you need a bunch of speed links to surround them. And right now, this is kind of like damage control mode from Nagnar here. But he's gonna take a lot of damage here to this one vulture. So many
Still no
drones going
depot
down.
started for Zesky. We are all in on this Vulture right now.
Oh,
Yeah, we have a starport coming, but the starport is done, and we don't have supply to make a wraith. That's so. Oh,
he's
600
oh, there
minutes.
it is.
We focused
Oh,
really hard on
Zesky.
the vulture did a ton of damage, but we almost did more damage to ourselves, man.
That is the most aggressively Terran thing I've seen someone do. Several hundred APM on a Vulture while not building a depot for 3 straight minutes. A supply block.
That's rough. We're going armory here, so this is gonna be like really fast Valkyrie again. Well, not again. But
I mean, he did get in and see the Spire, right?
yeah, he got
Yeah.
in. He got in.
And
He
there's
knows
the
it's
eBay.
tree hatch though.
He's building a Wraith.
Yeah, well, kind of needs to get anything, I feel like. And the Wraith can put on pressure on Overlords for now. Or drones.
And
We'll
got
have to go
a
for the Overlord,
Free
though.
Mutalist.
Yeah. Well, he has the eBay down.
He's building another barracks as part of the wall that blocks his command center location, I think. Or is it
We're
just
not
barely out?
making use of the armory, so we're not going Goliath or Valkyrie right now with the armory.
Yeah. Well, I think he'll make a control tower now coming up next. Here. Yeah, there we go. It's going to be like a 1-1-1 into Valkyrie. But because of the supply block, our build really got delayed here. Like, this wait should be at the Zerg base. Instead, they're just kind of flying past each other here. Turrets have been started, but these mutas are going to get in, man. No
Yeah,
turrets.
are super late.
Oh, no, not diving in actually, so the turrets of the mineral line should finish, but the Rax SCV here. Gonna go down. We'll cancel the turret here as well. Pulling back a little bit from the Marines. These won't have stim. These Marines can't really fight mutas very well. Let's see.
No, not at all.
Behind this though, this third economy is really not great. He can't really sustain tree hatch, sustain muta production here. All the drones he lost.
The only thing is, he's not really under threat right now, so he can drone really heavy behind this if he chooses to. And Zesky still doesn't have an expansion, so this is still one base from Zesky.
Yeah, but this is speed vultures now, and if the Valkyrie is going to come out, he's going to hold the mutas count with that. The Valkyrie and the Wraith and the Marine. Now then, these speed vultures get out. How is Zerg ever going to get a third base?
I think that turret from Zesky is blocking his natural as well.
Oh yeah,
I think he really like the racks. At least you can lift, but this turret you can't do that with. But yeah,
I don't know what's up, but Zesky's not normally this sloppy of a player, you know.
Could be the pressure, like just from knowing that you're playing against a guy that you maybe have some history with.
True.
If it were me, I'd be on tilt from the 9 pool.
Might be. The vultures are denying the third base at least from Nagnar. Doing their job and kind of like dragging the mutas around away from the turn base while he's getting Valkyries and Marines and turrets up and everything.
Oh,
but yeah,
when Vulture gets in.
He sees the Hydra down with this as well, so that's pretty nice.
Yeah, and a speed vulture in the main, I mean, that's going to force the Mutalisks back. And still Kite get a bunch of drone kills here. But still, since this is one base Terran, it's still equal worker count.
Yeah, it's still not bad for...
that's still a fine position for Zerg.
Nagnar, Zerg, yeah.
Yeah, Zerg is good.
And like, our academy is only now finishing. Stim and range is going to be really late. We don't have +1. Like,
we have tanks coming now with siege mode, so it looks like we're just going to go all in on a one base push here. We're going to have
like
Marine, 3 Valkyrie, and tanks. Yeah.
Yeah, 3 racks. This looks like a 2v2 build almost. 3 racks, 1 base with factory starport. I've seen this with Vessel too, but the thing is, like, you can't. Okay, we have Stim coming. Ideally, you want to hit like a time where you have both Stim and range and tanks. So, but our range is going to be quite late here, I think. So let's see, 3 Valkyries, as Lovesnow said earlier. It's a bit of the magic number, kind of. You can really kind of deal with mutas quite well. And you have 3 Valks.
Yeah, there's 1.5 groups of mutas, so you a dangerous engage with 3 Valks.
Yeah,
with any
good
amount
thing
of
you do AoE, but yeah. Yeah, now he's floating the racks, but then he realizes that the turret is in the way. Gonna get out of the
We
tank
canceled
then.
1 tank. He had 2 queued up, I guess we canceled 1.
We have Scourge. Oh, side now.
Oh, Scourge. Great connection for the Zerg.
We connect on one
but the
Valkyrie.
Valks are doing their job.
Connect on one. Oh, trying to go for another one? No, that's not gonna happen.
Oh,
Yeah, that
good
was a pretty
micro.
bad trade for Zerg there.
Yeah, the mutas got softened up really well. Only got 1 Valkyrie. Still, Zerg is making Hydras now. Getting Hydra speed. Ooh, this is a low though.
Oh,
Not
Muta's
gonna
coming
get
in from the
Spudler.
back.
Oh, picking up the tank is huge. Especially if
Valks
he's
are
making Hydras
AFK.
now.
Front
We're
of the
making
pack.
Hydras. This is a lot of Hydras. Zerg is buying time with the mutas now.
Yeah, losing that tank is pretty huge because we absolutely cannot push without the at all.
No, we can't. And we're making
no,
more
not at all.
racks.
Oh, we're
Still
losing
no
the
command
Valks to
center.
mutas.
Balls are hiding kind of, but getting some muta kills. But we are really all in as Terran here. We're still making tanks. We're still making Valks. We're adding barracks.
Like in factory instead of a command center.
Yeah. Where
I don't
would
think you can
put-
harvest.
I don't think so either.
Oh
They
boy.
don't really have the same size, so the factory fits where the CC doesn't. But
Yeah, a lot of things fit when you don't need to space them away from minerals.
good point. Good point. But this is a lot of Zerg units, just like straight up,
Tactics. Yeah.
like Zerg meat, straight up, just Link, Hydra, Muta. See here.
Yeah,
Tricky
as
thing
soon as you
about
have to get
Ascension
defensive
is-
like this as Zesky, it feels absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and-
this game is all but over, really.
Well, the tricky thing is that Zerg has to wrap around here. You can't really go for the direct path so narrow. Let's buy some more time for Zesky to get units out here. Getting the second add-on. Still kiting with the Valkyries.
We also don't have range on Hydra yet, so we definitely should not go for this push right now.
Yeah. Well, Marines don't have range either, but good thing that tanks don't need. Tanks have
That's
speed
true.
both. And we're kind of like making a second bunker here. As if it
Yeah.
would be lurkers, but this is more like just straight Hydra bust, perhaps? I'm not sure. With 2 factory tank production, if straight Hydra will do the job. Getting a third base now, though, for Zerg. And maybe these mutas can do a backstab, perhaps? Valks looking around.
I'm curious what the game
If you
plan
can get the
for
Valks
Zesky-
out of positions, you can snipe the tanks with your mutas. And
Indeed,
this
indeed.
engage
Oh,
becomes the easiest thing ever.
the Valks. Bit out of
Oh.
position, actually. Like, this is enough mutas for 2 very injured Valks.
Yeah, you could dive that.
So Zesky's looking for drops right now. I think with these 2 bunkers, the game plan for him was hope that he gets attacked so he can go for a counter attack.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
Nagnar is going into lurker aspect, and with this big gas bank, he can morph a ton of lurkers once that finishes and try to go for a big bust here. And bunkers are good against that, but then you perhaps even more bunkers, like 3. Oh, but he's killing 1 bunker. He wants to get
Oh.
a GC or get the tanks out. You can't do that against lurkers, man. But let's see if you can
Ah.
take the fight before the lurkers morph. Then of course.
Well,
that's
he knows
great.
he has to do something, right? Like,
Yeah, he's
Nagnar's
scanned
win
the
condition is
Hyperball
to do
here.
nothing at all.
He scanned it, and now if these tanks siege up here, I mean, that's just dead Zerg meat. Ooh, fat shots.
Oh, yep. Gotta run, gotta
Zerg
run.
getting aggroed in. Not a good trade. But Zerg's drone count behind this, man. Getting into like a something resembling a macro game.
This is a very scary push.
Yeah.
Oh, we right-click the tank.
Oh, we are diving.
Aren't here, so the mutas are actually a bit, but this is just too much bio. Bio just wrecks
Oh.
straight Hydra. There's a reason
So
you
many
don't
dead
see-
hydras.
There's a reason you don't see SH against Terran. You need like the Defiler to make that work. If it's just straight Hydra, then Bio wrecks it.
Yeah.
That right click onto the tanks with his Hydra was not. That was not the play. I'm sorry.
Nah, it really wasn't.
It might have been an accident, right? Because it does happen sometimes when you're sending your army in. But
Of course.
yeah,
Yeah, we have lurkers
Alright.
morphing now. Let's see if will the turn be able to get here in time and kind of siege up. So we don't have a vessel, and we only have 1 scan. That's the issue here. We only have 1
Yeah.
scanner.
Oh,
Sieging up.
we're getting close, but lurkers are starting to pop.
Yeah, the first ones are morphing now. It's going down, but okay, that's
All right,
1
first
scan.
scans go down.
Actually getting a lot of lurkers with this scan, but the thing is we don't
Oh.
have any more scans behind us. Not a single one.
No.
Ooh, these
Well,
lurker
unfortunately,
decks
the power of the siege tank is just very scary.
It is. He actually pulls back here. The Zerg, of course, doesn't realize that Terran doesn't have any more scans here. But like, this, if the lurkers had stayed, there's no way tanks would have had to siege that down. Going in for a bit of a move in now. Oh, tanks
Oh,
siege
we're
up,
right on
lurkers
top of
get
the
over
tank.
here, and there's no scans. Ooh,
Oh,
Great play,
all the tanks.
all the tanks. Hurts that we lost the third, but big kill there. Ooh, loading up drops here.
Oh, not the time for dropping, but
Well,
he's gonna try and run.
Can he get
That's
away?
the plan.
He can get away.
I
at
think he can get
least.
away. Yeah.
All the tanks were picked off there. Lost in third. Lost in two drones.
So he's dropping his first CC at 3 o'clock there.
Very nice.
Good work,
Resetting the
Zesky.
tank count here is huge because Airn is on such low eco. Like
He's actually double expanding.
he spent all game building up that tank count, and now
That-
completely reset.
That drop is right above the main now, actually.
Yeah.
Two dropships that loaded up.
So at
This
16.5 minutes, Zesky has decided he is ready to play a macro game.
This main is really droppable. It's so big. Getting in behind middle here, forcing a drone pull. Hydras can't fight Stim Marines, so this is gonna do a lot of damage, I think.
All right.
Will go down eventually, but force the army back here and bought him some time to get his expansions up, perhaps?
Yeah, we're not mining right now.
Yeah, the main is mined out, and we are on 4 minerals.
4 minerals in a dream, baby.
What a game. The
This
dropships
is
got out.
very
At least.
entertaining.
We can try and get some value with them later. So if we zoom out here, like, besides the fact that Terran isn't really mining properly, who's ahead here? I mean, Terran has the tech. He
Zerg has
like,
more supply, which is
Yeah. Nagnar looks pretty good. We have 9 more drones. Obviously, we're just on the 2 base eco, but he's taking a third. He also has Hive on the way, which is pretty
yeah.
huge.
But for now, I mean, Hydra doesn't fight very well.
Yeah, so that's
Lurkers
the
are
thing.
great
lurkers
here,
do without
obviously.
vessels.
Yeah.
It's a little hard for him to kill Zesky right now, and if Zesky is allowed to sit on 2 base eco right now, he actually could come back eventually.
I think once Zerg has the Filer, he's in an excellent position. But for now,
Absolutely.
if he moves
Yeah.
in here, I'm not sure if that. I don't think he will go for an all-in attack right now.
No,
We're
at this
starting-
point you want to posture a little bit and then expand. Grab a
Yeah.
fourth, might as well. You just need to start cranking that eco, getting ready for those hive tech units.
Sure. I mean, ironically, he could have like ran some lurkers into the natural right now because Zesky's kind of holding the high ground. But of course, don't have backpack. Wouldn't know that. Only Terrans get that.
All right, Scan sees the hive.
And he sees the incredible drone count. Oh my god, 53 drones on 3 base. This is like ZVP now. Hydra lurker and insane drone count.
How do you feel about the Zerg expanding towards the Terran instead of up?
I've seen
Terran's
this
kind
happen
of
actually a few times in different matchups.
I think, well, in a way, it's closer to the rally than 9 o'clock would be, isn't it? Still from the natural and from the 3rd base, and I guess it can be like a staging point for Zerg to doom drop the Terran main. But,
Yeah, the only thing is that's very drop harassable.
yeah, like,
Oh yeah.
for both sides, definitely. And Terran has had the air control previously, at least in the game. The Valkyries, but now we're not really going into that. We're kind of trying to go back into bio tank, it feels like.
Yeah, it's just a normal game, guys.
Very
Yeah,
much
What are you
so,
talking
yeah.
about?
Zerg,
This has never been anything else.
Zerg needs to kind of try and transfer some drones though. Like, the power of Zerg is that you can keep mining each base for a long time, but with this saturation, we've actually kind of mining out our main soon.
It's mining out a lot earlier than you really should be.
Yeah. The Filer on the way. First ones are out, Consume on the way. That could be the timing here if we... So I think with this style, you also often wait for Plague and then start plaguing a lot.
Another big thing is we have 3-3 on the way for Zerg, and we're 1-1 bio with no more
Yeah.
upgrades on the way.
Yeah,
Upgrades
they're gonna
are
get
gonna be
torn
huge
apart
here.
by.
The Tank Splash doesn't care about upgrades. But Lurker on the Dark Storm is even better. So... yeah. This might be the big
Alright.
attack here.
I
Good
expect
He's
stance.
done.
Sees the armies unburrowed and moving forward. So now he knows what's coming.
Yeah,
You
we
should
have
be
one
pretty
Vestin
specific
here.
at this point.
Zesky looks super dead to me.
Oh, but that's a ton of tanks, man. We have one
That is
swarm
so
here,
many.
another one. Can we get some burrows here?
We're
We're
trying.
a little bit. We're on sieging.
Lurkers coming in.
Trying to get away because the lurkers are in here. Ooh, Zerg taking a very good fight here.
Yeah,
And Hyde
Surrey's doing a
outside of
really
the
good
dark
job,
swarm.
but
Can't do anything.
that's still a lot of tanks.
So a lot of
Oh.
tanks. Now, swarm push is great here. That's what we need here.
Oh,
Lurkers, some going down to this line. If we manage to burrow.
yeah, Dark
We have
Storm is
four
really
lurkers
helping
here.
us push.
More dark swarm. And we have one more dark swarm. Very nice, very nice.
Alright, this is
Behind
gonna
this, we
hurt.
have more Hydra coming. We actually have drops from Airn here, trying to go to the third, but they're not unloading. Oh, they dropped those. Ow. Very sad.
Oh, and the
Looks
Hydra
like
will
Airn
kill
will
that
hold
drop
the
too.
third, though. Kind of just falling back. Losing a lot on the way. Oh, and the radiating
The
sound.
radiate's going down.
That's gonna be what Laird's down finally.
He kind of defended, but we lost pretty much the entire tank count. So the next one's
Yeah.
gonna be
One more
tough.
tank
Yeah.
count reset here. Zerg now getting adrenal, getting the fighter energy. We have
Zurich
plague.
is up 40 supply. 14 of that is workers. That's just
Yeah.
it's an unfunny amount of supply to be up.
This
in
is
his
an
EBT.
insane amount of Hydro Lurker Defiler going to be ramming in here. Going for this
Especially
fourth
how
base. This
supply
is dead.
efficient. Oh
Terran's
man.
trying to move up.
Alright,
Good snipe
Zerg's
on the
gonna
tank.
punish that. Grab a tank.
Need to get a Defiler up here now. Some plague going. And then I don't know how Terran is going to deal with that. With this supply from Zerg. Once the Defilers get there.
The pilot are coming up from the middle.
Yeah, ooh,
Take-
Terran.
Lurker's good unit.
Keeping up, but these Hydras are so well upgraded, man. Now the Defilers are here. This work.
Oh.
Very nice.
Dark
Playing
Storm.
all the tanks.
Oh, play
Just like
good.
yeah, the insult injury, and more Zerg coming in here. I think Nagnar is
Yeah,
done.
Zesty's gonna GG right there. Yeah.
GG. What a game. What a game.
The fact that it went that far says a lot about Zesky.
GG.
Wow. That started out with. When did Zesky get an expansion up?
after his main
Um,
mind up.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
it was like
It was
16.
16 and a half minutes. He dropped 2 command centers.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
That's
that's fine.
normal.
double expanding is pretty good. I mean, as Protoss players, we know that. So just getting some tea.
Yeah, at one point it looked like a normal game, except if you looked at the clock. If you looked
Yeah.
at the clock, it was like, it's not supposed to be this late into the game.
I
It's
feel-
supposed to be like maybe 4 or 5 minutes earlier.
But I feel like if the depot made 26 out of 26 depot, if that got done in time, then the Great would have been out like a minute earlier almost. Would have
Hmm.
gotten even more drone damage before the mutas popped. I don't know.
Or
I
if he
think,
had built a depot at any point during that
Yeah,
vulture
or-
harass.
well, you can also say if the creep colony was up in time, like
Yeah, there's always
like
like the little things, right? Like you could
Yeah.
say if he didn't supply
Yeah.
block or if he defended the Ling Rush better, right? So there's a lot
To
going
be
on.
fair,
and he lost track
that
of things.
depot was kind of a bigger mistake than anything else.
well,
But
All
yes, I
right.
agree with what you're saying, but it's just like,
yeah, two really rough things that ended up left us with a really interesting game.
Made it
Now
fun.
we're going into butter.
Yeah, I wonder if he's gonna be doing the same thing on Butter.
Surely not.
I think we'll see A-tracks. I think now is when we see the A-tracks.
Alright, let's have a look.
Here.
Here's my
Yeah.
prediction. I think he thinks that Nagnar thinks he will go for the A-Rax, so he skips it again.
poor pool when.
14 CC, let's go.
In the top right
right-hand
corner.
side,
Oh, okay, you do it.
with our purple drones. Give it up for Integrity Zerg, Nagnar.
Ooh.
Let's go.
And in the bottom right, in the red Terran, doing his best light impression. It's Zesky.
His best what impression?
Light.
Light?
Light, the pro gamer. He always
Yeah, yeah.
picks red for Terran.
Oh, gotcha.
So, butter to clear map. No SCV going out just yet. Not going for neither for the Atrax nor for the wall actually, which Lovesnow was talking about earlier. How on the bottom spawn here you can get Marine to pop out below the wall,
Yeah.
so it's pretty safe. But Zesky not opting for that here.
The problem with that is if you get like 4 or 6 pooled, instant loss.
Yeah,
It's
it's
gonna be an
rough against
overpull
an
for
early pool.
Nagnar.
Another overpool, just really like overpool can be economical once again, but it's also just shuts down Atrax quite well.
Yeah.
So yeah, just defaulting to that against Zesky, it seems like.
Well, it's probably the, if you're not wanting to be super greedy, it's your next best option. Like you can have the 12 hatch, then you can 12 pool, but it's not really a thing. So you just overpool. It's gonna be like your next all-around best option.
Well, 12 hatch is really like a lot better if you want to go into an eco game, but yeah, against Atrax, it's overpool is great, and we have a gas once again from Zesky, so we might see something similar to last game. But I do question it.
tech.
Like if we're going tech here, you could wall your main really easily on butter actually, just with a single depot and a barracks, and be kind of a bit safer during the teching. But we're not doing that. Of course, I'm not a Terran player here. I don't play much TVZ. We see 4 links coming now. This is a 2 hatch build once again from. No, sorry, not once again. Last time was 3 hatch. I apologize, but see 2 hatch now from Nagnar.
Actually coming on up.
This time he spotted the links much earlier, so we'll see if he can wall with his SCVs a little more properly this time so he doesn't take any damage.
Yeah, I would imagine he wants like 4 SCVs here.
Oh, I get a replay.
Supperman,
Did I
you're still
go?
there?
Hello?
He's
Yeah,
actually
we,
leading
we,
out
we
to
hear you.
Pand0r?
We hear you.
Hello, I'm sorry. Am I here?
Isn't this like
I-
super greedy?
This is insane.
This
Did we
is
not see the links?
super aggressive.
Did we not see the links with our?
Yeah, 100%
No, he did.
He
I mean,
did? Wow.
Yeah.
No. No,
No,
run,
yeah,
run,
but
run,
back
run.
into the main. There you go.
Yep.
These links are super low though.
They are.
It seems like an interesting reaction. He saw the links and he did react to it. He brought the 3 extra SCVs and he just started the bunker. And, I'm not really sure
Good
what he
drill.
was
Good
hoping
drill.
for exactly.
Great worker drill there.
It worked out at least.
The links got nothing. And we're going straight add-on here, actually?
Yeah, we're losing 1 SCV and 1 Marines. Not that bad.
Yeah, that's not too bad against Overpool. Like, that's quite a few
Yeah.
drills
Yeah.
lost just by not going 12 hatch.
It worked out, but it felt really, really dangerous.
Yeah, this looks like more of a standard game. We have the sunk. Actually,
What was the
interestingly,
fucking
like,
for?
when he saw
Bolt.
the factory, but interestingly, we went straight add-on here, so sunk in a way wasn't needed in the end. But we have a command center at
Yeah.
a more normal timing. Still a bit delayed, but okay, we have speed coming in now, so this might be a bit of a run by play here.
We also didn't deal with the SCV that's just sitting in our base right now, so
Indeed.
Zesky gets
Yeah,
full
feelings.
information.
He pays
Spire
rent.
in the
It's
natural
fine.
though. Trying to hide that. I'm a bit surprised he's not using it to SimCity, but yeah, there we go. He's gonna put the 3rd hatch probably there. You really want to have SimCity against mech. Oh, yeah, there we go.
He did not see the spire.
No, but he didn't see a Hydra then in the main
Yeah.
either in a way, and he kind
Well,
of
he knows the tech is hidden, whatever it is, in the
Yeah.
natural, but you can usually assume, I feel like, Spire at this point.
gas.
Yeah.
I mean,
He
like this
spawns
is two
second gas.
processes.
Yeah.
He saw the second gas, and but this SimCity
He saw
is
most
really
of the creep
important
too, so there's only
This
so
is
much you can
important
fit. Where you,
to
Zergling reinforcements arriving.
which you have to respect as the Zerg here. And behind this, we're going into Starport once again. So another 1-1-1. But this time against 2-hatch. And 1-1-1 kind of like historically used to be really good against 3-hatch play. So let's see how it stacks up now in the 2-hatch situation. Vulture going.
Armory coming up with the gold tower.
Going for the third base location for now. Trying to deny that. Not making more vultures right now.
Yeah, we're just working on our anti-air. We got our turrets coming up and we're working towards Valkyrie right now.
Just going for a very fast Valkyrie, 1-1-1 Valkyrie, getting Academy. We're probably going to go into Bio plus Valkyrie once again.
I'm a little surprised the Vulture didn't go to confirm what the tech was, because there is always that chance that it could have been a lurker bust.
It is. You can find, with the way the sunken and the hatchery is located, you can't really poke at the larva, but maybe you could have skirted the left side. No, I think it would have taken sunken hits actually. Now the Vulture will see the third base here. And we have a few mutas, but Valkyrie's on the way.
His turret count's pretty low in the main.
Confirms the third as well. With the Vulture.
Yeah, I think these mutas are just gonna try and deny any Vulture harassment for now, and that's gonna go into the more... You might be expecting that this is actually mech and not Valkyrie. So he might match the muta here. But see, the first Valkyrie is out. You're just trying to chip it away the turrets now. He sees the Valkyrie. Ooh, are we diving this?
Engaging out. Oh, repair.
Oh, a lot of that's really
no
good
repair.
To deny the first Valkyrie, but
so
seemed like he couldn't quite get his micro right. It is extremely difficult to do the patrol micro with the Valkyrie.
Oh yeah,
it is. Takes a lot of practice.
It's one of the hardest units to control, but also does like the greatest unit if you can land it. Look at him.
Here, this is really painful for Terran. One Valkyrie at a time, and like the racks are being camped basically. Second Valkyrie. Overextending a little bit, taking the bunker fire here, and over 2 turrets. Gets the Valkyrie, but was that worth it? I'm not sure. I honestly don't know.
That was a lot of damage.
But
I feel like it is kind of worth it.
Our drone was pretty good here behind this.
It's worth it. I feel like it's worth it because if you're picking up Valkyrie, it like slows down their push a lot, and you know that vessels aren't coming behind the Valkyrie. So if you're killing those off, then your Hydra Lurker becomes that much more powerful.
Yeah, and Butter is a bit of
you're safe against the push.
Where you want Hydra Lurker is quite common on this map because you can't really secure an easy 4th base for the Ultra Sling style. So it's probably the correct read that we'll see Hydra eventually.
Mutas are all gonna basically die here.
Scourge, trying to dive in.
Zesky scan did reveal the Hydra den, so he does know that Hydras are coming next. You can assume lurkers from there.
Another thing is that we have +1 carapace on the mutas here, but Zesky is not going for what Jin Jin did with the +1 air weapons. So actually, and now he's going for +2 carapace. So these mutas will actually eventually trade quite well, like surprisingly well against the Valkyries.
Yeah, I feel like Nagnar is actually doing a bit of a juke here, which is actually really intelligent. So Zesky killed a bunch of muta, and he scans the Hydra den, so he stops Valkyrie production and doesn't prep for more muta. But Nagnar's actually going heavier into muta. We're just getting to it.
Now he gets into this spot where there's no turret coverage. Oh, Valkyrie's still +1
Valkyrie good unit, but there's
tanking. He's just tanking.
Yeah, too many mutas.
He gets all of the Valkyries and even gets out.
Getting out with anything there is incredible.
We have the Hydra coming behind us now.
Yeah.
I almost would like to have seen him keep committing to the muta. We cleared all the Valkyrie. Okay, starting more now.
I think he'll make more. I mean, we're going +2 carapace. I think at some point we'll switch back it, but we're not planning to go Hive anytime soon here, so...
Yeah.
we're gonna have to spend this gas on something. I think Muta is gonna be a great choice here with the
Yeah.
considering the bio is not really well upgraded and we reset the vault count. These 4 turrets though would fun configuration. But we'll
I'm
deny
surprised
the
to see-
Mutas
They're
for now.
trying.
Zesky's still on 1 gas here.
Yeah. But, I mean, with this worker count so low, I kind of need all the mineral income you can have in a way to.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, he's
look at
been
his
cutting a
bank.
lot of
He's
workers.
banking gas.
Well,
So,
he cut a lot. He lost a lot.
oh, Lings get shredded because they engage separately from the mutas.
Yeah, but still, look at the supply here. Like we have lurkers now. We have control
Yeah.
of links. We have a big clump of muta still. Another group
Oh,
of
this
links.
game is over in the next couple minutes for sure.
This is gonna be an epic flank. I feel like against this push with the 2 tanks here. Airn scanning ahead, moving up.
Yep. Doesn't scan up the ramp though, only the low ground. Lots of
Lurkers
lurkers.
coming in for the flank
Oh,
here.
here they come.
Here they come. Lurker link, classic DVT.
Harris is gonna dive.
Gets the first tank. Dive on top of the other one.
Aaron's diving towards Zerkmate.
Boxed in.
Oh no!
Oh,
Baby.
this
Oh, and the mutas who even went against the Valkyrie.
power of characters upgrade. Now the links going in here.
GG,
We have 1 tank, we
right?
have a bunker, but we need some godly repair here. He's trying,
That tank is done.
he's trying, but now the lurkers are here.
All the workers died. Oh, oh god, this is some pure Zerg pornography. This is not safe for Twitch at all.
That was
GG.
not safe for terrorists. GG.
I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this a lot.
I did as well. I wonder why.
Very nice. Very nice.
I felt nothing.
Stoic Protoss. Doesn't feel anything.
Just pain is the only thing he feels.
Nagnar taking that one. Wow.
Yeah, let's go, Jin Jin, Pand0r Patrol. Easy for our boys.
Yeah, it's Jin Jin in the chat. So
Yeah,
guys, what should we
really
do?
good
Should we
use of
take
SC field.
should we take a quick break before we do the last 2 games?
I'm down
Or you
for a
guys
couple
feel
minutes.
like going on? It's whatever you guys feel. Maybe take a quick break. Maybe it's not a
Take
bad
few
idea.
minutes.
Yeah, get some water and stretch our legs and stuff like that. Okay,
touch
yeah,
some
let's do that.
grass.
Yeah, you can go do that. But did someone redeem something on your channel?
No, I'm not
All right.
streaming.
All right. We'll be back in
I
5
don't touch
minutes.
grass.
Yeah. You mean a different type of grass than what everybody else means when they say touch grass.
Oh, no, I've already touched that. Don't you worry.
Okay, good. That's what you get your casting skills from. All right,
Not
so
entirely inaccurate.
we'll be back in a few minutes. Guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be back with Pand0r versus Suarez and Vermin versus Neblime in just a few minutes. All right, and we're back. So we've got 2 more games. Pand0r versus Suarez is going to be our next one. Pand0r is one of the absolute monsters of CPL. One of the best players in the season, for sure. And he's sort of a TVP specialist.
Yeah,
He is a strong player for sure.
I've seen him like on other streams, even outside of CPL. He's like challenging A rank and whatnot, and like S rank Protoss for games.
Who are we talking about?
Pand0r.
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 Oh yeah.
He's taking the fights, and like he's one of the top Terrans of CPL, I would say. So this is going to be a very interesting match, going up here against Suarez, who is also who's a really strong, as I understand it, Protoss player, and I'm not totally confident like what MMR he is, but I believe he's like been around A rank. So I think this is like a top dog match we're about to see here.
Yeah, I'm
This will
looking
be the
forward to
second most
seeing.
exciting event to happen today.
Yeah, and I know that last season Pand0r and Doodle were playing just an absolute insane amount of matches, practicing with each other. So Pand0r got a lot of experience improving his PVT, or sorry, his TVP.
Yeah, they've been on their team together.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Let's see how this plays out on Ascension.
let's go.
Dada, you should know exactly what the first most exciting thing to happen today was.
Well, what was it?
Fine-Art winning.
What? Really?
Yeah. I was hanging out with someone from the Netherlands who was watching it all morning.
Ooh,
3-2.
Okay. Well, if Feyenoord might actually be champion this season, I believe.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
introduce
what
the
the
players
rumor is.
first before we divert into a completely different conversation. It's
Look at
Suarez
this
in the top
map.
corner, and it's Pand0r in the bottom right.
bit of banner going on here.
Yeah.
So Ascension PVT. I think this is something a lot of people have strong opinions on. This map in this matchup. With the very long rush distance, a lot of people think 12 minutes is very good here. I wonder if we'll see that.
I never do it. I'm an honorable Protoss. I don't believe in 12 Nexus.
Damn.
What?
No such thing. No such thing.
I love
I call
12
lies here, man.
Amazing.
No, I've never played 12 Nexus before.
You should. Pretty good.
And why do you even play Protoss? What's the point?
Yeah, I don't
12
know.
Nexus is
Everybody
like
thinks Nexus
half the
12
reason.
deserved.
Well, that's okay. I mean, okay, Azhi, now you tell us here. Why do we not go 12 Nexus in this game? Suarez is better than me, so you two, you should tell me what's up here.
Well, my experience, because I played against Pand0r, right? And all 3 games I played against Pand0r, he went gasless expansion.
Yep.
So if you do 12 Nexus and then you do like a 2-gate or cut probes or something like that, you'll actually end up behind. So I played a little more aggressive against Pand0r and more for like map control and going for late game.
You do that. This chat is so fun.
Jin Jin, he's
Yeah.
dead?
But yeah,
Rip, Jin Jin.
Rip.
Jin Jin is alive.
Looks like
Thanks
we're
for
getting that out of
confirming it.
Pand0r again. It's gonna be in
Yeah.
the gasless expo.
But you say, I agree that like if you cut a lot of probes, then gasless is fine. But if you do like an economic 12 Nexus, that's from what I've seen and like from what I keep hearing people say, then 12 Nexus is really ahead. So I'm a little bit surprised there. If you know that you're gonna, like if you know your opponent's gonna go gasless, I think a really greedy 12 Nexus is a good counter. But we're not gonna see that here. Just very standard opener from Suarez.
Yeah.
And Pand0r with the SimCity here would be able to hold any Zealot, but we're not seeing any. Do an opener.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that 12 Nexus is bad.
No, sorry.
Just want to clarify.
Didn't mean-
Imagine
didn't mean it
that.
like that, just,
You make yourself #1 enemy if you'd say that 12 Nexus is a bad build.
Don't let Steve hear that.
That's what I told
Jeez.
Snow asked me about it. He asked me why I don't play 12 Nexus and why I don't expand quicker when I play PvT, and I said one is because I'm lazy and expoing to corners is too much effort, and second reason is that I don't need to.
Damn.
Wow,
Damn.
that's
That's the
statement,
blast
man.
if I've ever heard one. This Suarez doesn't know actually that he's up against Gasos. He's gonna have a last scout here, and and he even pulls back here. Okay, he needs to. This is really rough here. I mean, of course, he can put on a lot of pressure with the good push, but I think Pand0r is in a good position so far. Just from the builds, and now he knows.
Yeah, we'll see how much pressure Suarez can put on with the goons,
Yeah.
forcing repairs and stuff like that. It's really important. If you play non-12 Nexus against Gasus Expand, you need to be forcing repairs and
We're
maybe
actually
even
pulling
picking off
back
SCBs.
though.
This is not a good response.
Well, I'm wondering if, I mean, there has to be a reason, kind of. I'm wondering if it's going to be like the 1-gate third or something. But we pull back, but we still let the SCB in. That's. Don't think this is a great position for. I mean, already look at the worker count here, and now we're not forcing any repair and rolls here from Pand0r. He's kind of just getting his build for free.
Yeah, because the way this plays out, if you stay on goon production, you should have 3 goons at least hitting the bunker before tank's out.
Wait, did we transfer like 12 probes?
We did transfer 12, yes.
Like, our main is barely. I know Lava Snow likes to flame my mineral mining, so I'm gonna do the same here when he's not around. In Ascension, we have 10 mineral patches in the main, right? So now we have 9. Okay, now we're gonna have a 10th probe here, but like, this is not very efficient mining right now from Suarez, unfortunately. Bit of a mistake, I would say. But yeah, it looks like he's gonna go for a pretty quick third as his response to the Rax expand.
Yeah, so when you play against the Rax expand, there's a couple things you can do. You can play a bit more greedy on your tech, and you can also take more bases. You can typically take a relatively quick third because their gas is going to be so late. You don't have to worry about a quick factory push timing or anything like that. And yeah, you can just be greedy, take your third, kind of get your tech up, and you can even delay your observer a little bit because you'll have map control before vultures or anything get out. You're guaranteed map control.
That's a bit contingent on like goons being at the front and forcing repair, right? Because now this is actually a very quick 3-tank push here coming out. I mean, this is one of the most common follow-ups to a gasless expand, is to go for this 3-tank push out and then getting vultures behind it with speed and mines.
Yeah.
But this is a long travel distance for the 3 tanks.
It's a long travel distance, yeah. And then,
hey,
like you said,
Jin Jin's alive. He's in the chats.
Damn.
We didn't do anything to slow down the turns. The push is a little bit stronger than it should be right now, but we still have 7 goons out on the map.
Yeah, right? The goon count should be, depending on the positioning here, how Airn engages. Protoss should be able to hold, but also the power of this push isn't necessarily like just killing Protoss. Just a way to get vultures out on the map. Get some presence with them. Maybe get a run by, but
I don't think Suarez knows this is coming.
No.
I don't think he's
Well, he has the observer now. He sees double add-ons, so he should expect something. But the goon's not really fully in position here. Vulture's getting a good engagement. We have a shuttle. Reaver is on the way. But for now, probes fighting. Using the mines. Actually, a lot of goons going down here. I think the tanks will be cleaned up, but this was a pretty good trade from there.
Yeah, this is great for Pand0r.
Yeah, and now look at this. This is the power of the making the game crazy here. We have vultures. Now, we'll get into the natural here and reverse out, but there's no goons at all in position here. There's no goons at all. One, literally, fighting 2 tanks, and now these vultures getting a ton of damage. And we were already ahead in workers here. Fine. Okay, I have to say, this is like the power of unpunished Rax extent against Uno player. Really displaying itself here.
Pand0r's pretty much living the dream. The only thing he could have done is either drop more factories or a third CC behind us a little bit quicker.
Yeah, I mean, he's floating because he's spending a lot of his attention here on Micro and the Vultures.
We're still getting more probe kills.
But yeah, we're like 50. We're up
Oh my god.
almost 20 workers here.
He got all the pros at this base.
Yeah, we have upgrades going now finally, adding more factories. I mean, this could be like a follow-up 6-pack even.
Yeah, I think when you do this much damage, you can just follow up 6-pack.
Yeah. Actually, we're going Starcraft. I mean, Pand0r isn't afraid of going into upgrade. Okay, that's just as viable, honestly.
Yeah,
we're
after
so
opening
far
like
ahead,
that,
like,
there are no rank choices.
Pros is never gonna like be out on the map here aggressively, because he's really scared of more vultures. And he's really behind. So it's fine. I mean, when you're ahead, get more ahead. Now, Protoss trying to look for a way to get a 4th base up here. Going into like this Citadel Reaver kind of style, it seems like. But just with how his economy was punished early on, there's less gateways than factories. That's not a good position for Protoss to be in. Just getting another probe here. Oh, shuttle. Reaver dropping out, unloading. Fellow tanking shot. Ooh, nice Reaver hit. Beautiful Scarabs there actually. Taking out 2 tanks. That was still alive. Reaver getting more damage. This is a way that Protoss can try and get back into the game. Good trades with the Reaver. And he's even gonna get out here. We have speed on the shuttle. And this is the kind of stuff that Protoss is gonna need to have a chance here, I feel like. Now behind this, let's see. We have Starport, their science facility. Should see a 2nd armory as well. Yep, there we go. Looking to get into that 2-1.
Eco's still not feeling very good for Protoss here. We're only just now taking our 4th, and our worker count still nowhere near close enough to saturate 4 base.
Yeah, still feeling bad, but you need to try and equalize in some way and get value somewhere. Because, like, if you just do nothing, then Terran's gonna hit his timings and eventually just siege up on you. So I understand he wants to try and do something, but indeed, it's still really tricky, and he's trying for this very Korean style of double forged Templar Reaver. But that's a style which relies on an eco advantage, I feel like. We don't have that here at all. Now we have a bunch of vultures coming out on the map from Airn, looking for any bases, laying mines, getting map control. Is that a full wall? The 4th?
I don't think it is.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. Like, I thought.
And even if it is, it's a very exposed cannon. So
Yeah, I thought he could have fit 3 pylons there. Okay, going in for the 3rd instead. With this many vultures, you can just. Well, you can either fight the cannons or you can kill every single throw time. Sure, you lost a bunch of vultures for this, but you're just compounding your lead here because Airn is not planning to attack just yet. He wants to 2-1 still. So for now, if he can clear a mineral line, that just leaves him even more ahead in a few minutes.
yeah, no, that was very strong run by. I mean, we're up 14 workers still.
Yeah. Protoss trying to move out with a pack of goons here, since that will attack Templar, but.
And I like this response from Pand0r to drop the 4cc after dealing this much damage. He feels very safe right now.
Sieging up on the high ground here. I mean, we're behind the supply. How we can't bust this? Maybe some cat storms. The units are really clumpy. Oh, good. Good focus on the glide. Oh.
Yeah, we're fighting up a ramp wall down.
Yeah, the Zealots get on top of the tanks here, but there's a lot of ultras here to clear the good storm. Good storms, but we already lost all the units. 4 of our army is kind of gone now, and we don't have the eco gateway count to replenish it super quickly. This was a really good fight for Terran. We have our 9 factories, vessel, EMP on the way, 2-1, about to finish.
A wild 5th base from Suarez.
Yeah, right in the pushpad. I think Terran is just gonna go with the 2-1 timing here and just try and.
Yeah, it feels like there's nothing Suarez can do to survive at this point. We're down to 87 supply. We have a very powerful 2-1 about to push.
Yeah, and most of that is probes.
Yeah.
They don't fight very well. Not at this stage.
We're going to a second robo.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of. It is the meta way of playing in today, but we just don't have the economy. We don't have the army.
Yeah.
This is big, fast Terran 2-1. A moving almost. Protoss is stuck. GG.
Wrecked, GG.
Absolutely wrecked.
Yeah, correct assessment, I have to say. Like, not to be harsh or anything, but
At least Suarez knows what he did wrong. He got wrecked.
Yeah.
that's for sure.
Beautiful insight.
So if he just fixes that next game, he could actually win.
Yeah, that's the Korean
Don't
knowledge
get
for
wrecked,
you.
Lowell.
So Terran taking the Pand0r taking the 1-0 on Ascension, like typically a map which Terran's not a huge fan of in PvP. That has to be a good like feeling of confidence going into game 2.
Yeah, and what about Butter in this matchup? What's the general thinking about how this map plays out in this matchup?
I think that's another map with strong opinions about it.
Yeah.
Let's just say.
Let's see if Suarez tries to go for a gas steal.
Yeah.
The thing about this map for Terran and PvT is it's very difficult for Terran to get a 4th base because you start getting spread out really thin really quick when you start expanding.
Yeah.
And it's a good carrier map.
Very good carrier map.
Would be
It's
fun to see
pretty well-
carriers.
I think we'll see carriers if we, unless Pand0r like just gets too far ahead early on. Then I think we'll see carriers if this goes into a longer game.
I feel like we don't see carriers that often in CPL. Maybe that's just my perception, but I feel like we don't see them as often as you might think we would.
Maybe.
Well, let's have a look and see. This is gonna be game 2 on Butter. Pand0r versus Suarez.
Yeah, I also don't play carrier or Reaver.
I love
But
carrier.
you just don't play
Meta
Protoss.
Reaver.
Got it.
Yeah.
I pick the race. I don't play it properly.
Fair.
What do you...
Who's gonna introduce the players? Who's gonna do it? Who volunteers?
In the top
I'll do
right. Okay.
In top right, we have our Protoss player who does not believe in himself whatsoever in this matchup, Suarez. And in the bottom right, I'll go ahead.
The guy
Back me
that
up.
plays the cheating builds, the illegal gasless expand. It's Pand0r.
Pan? Is that his nickname? Pan?
Panda. Fighting Panda. In Twitch. I don't know if it's in here now. Doesn't look like a gas steal. No proc going out. Would have had to go out already. It's a very long rush distance. So
Yeah, I don't believe in gas stealing either.
No gas steal, no 12 Nexus, no Reaver, no carrier.
why don't
you-
you just play Terran? Dude?
Yeah.
I mean, these are all good things to do. I just want to reiterate this. don't play Protoss the way I play Protoss, guys.
Oh, you've done pretty well with it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
my
mean,
only loss so far is Love Snow.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But we're getting those wins back here recently, so
isn't
it's
there
okay.
a show match coming up?
Love Snow is playing Tasteless next weekend. Yeah.
Oh,
That should be fun.
no, I thought you were doing something. Is that
I'll be casting it on my channel.
okay? You're casting it. Nice, nice, nice. That sounds
Yeah.
really hype, actually. I might be asleep like at the hours Love Snow and Tasteless we played, but that sounds really hype.
Yeah, I guess the time zones work out, right, with Korea?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Nice. So it looks like just a very standard 12 gas and do no prayer, no zealot. It seems like from Suarez. So playing as it would be a 4-player map. Both of them are. This is good factory timing, 230. Solid. Can't really blame it. And both sides get in to see what each other is doing. Very normal game so far. Pand0r's pull up gas. Looking for the expansion. Now, so you would still play like Arbiter style or
That's what I do,
Templars,
yeah.
even on Butter.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. I don't like Arbiters at all on this map. I feel like it's taking the fights in like these narrow paths with the big Protoss ground army against their late game. I feel like that's just. I like recall here, but
Yeah, once you get into
Not a
like the
fan.
little these little long pathways, because there's no proper way to surround it, it gets really difficult if you're letting Terran get into that position, right?
yeah. Yeah.
The only thing I like about this map, and the reason I play that style, is because it's very, very powerful coming out of their natural base. It's a very wide open area, and it's
That's
very
fair.
difficult for them to defend.
Yeah, if you're trying to like straight up just take the fight before they can take a third or a fourth,
Yeah.
and yeah, I can see that being strong.
Yeah, I just treat it like Eclipse, essentially.
Fair, fair.
But yeah, if you get to where Terran's able to push out down this like sliver here in the middle, it does become extremely difficult to stop the push.
Yeah, and that's like kind of why I like to go carrier on this map. But let's see what Suarez wants to opt for here. Just going for the robos, very standard right now. Great robo. It seemed like he wanted to play the kind of double, a lot of gateways, double robo, lots of Templar style last game, but just didn't have the economy to do so.
Yeah.
Now I wonder if, without the Pand0r having like an eco advantage in this game, if Suarez is going to be able to get into the style he wanted to play and kind of show the power of that. Butter. Yeah, very good. Pand0r's getting the very early armory here with just pure vulture, like the very economical kind of upgrade heavy vulture expand for 30 armory is even quicker. Just looking to get into the macro game as effectively as possible.
Yeah, getting to skip tanks complete in the beginning feels really, really good for Terran.
It really does. And now Protoss is going to have a pretty quick observer and like a regular timing, not going Reaver first or anything. Let's see if it will be like the double observer into delayed Reaver. That's pretty common. Or if it will be like observer into Arbiter tech here.
Yeah, let's see typically when I play against a Vulture opener, I use my first observer to kind of clear on mines and defend against Vulture while I take up third base. But we're gonna go straight across with this observer and see what Pand0r's up to before we do that.
That's also a valid choice. I mean,
Yeah.
if you just want to, though with eBay Armory, unless you're doing like full turret ring, which we aren't right now, usually you would be able to still get in, even if you first clear, unless it's a full turret ring, of course.
Yeah.
But here we're just going for the straight scout, which is fine. the completely valid, and then we're gonna have like a slightly later third base. But now we'll clear all these mines very carefully here.
He does manage to shoot the gap and get inside, so he'll be able to park
Yeah,
this
he sees
inside here.
everything. Well, he
um,
doesn't see the armory, but he should read. Yeah, now he sees the armory. Now he pretty much knows. This is like the very standard modern eBay armory, which like light. Oh no! The mine on 3 goons. Huge hit there.
Oh, that's
Fortunately,
really
there's
painful.
there's no like 2-3 factories here, which Terran could use to capitalize with a quick push here. But that was a big mine hit. Though.
Yeah, getting to see the tech. So he knows he's not in danger here.
Yeah.
It's still nice to have the observer there, so you can see factory timings and see like, exactly what the tech is.
Yeah.
Because if you know that he's going to be taking a third, then you can take your fourth a lot quicker as well. But in this case, we're going to be playing a little bit blind. Like we have a general idea, but yeah.
And we're going into the very like catch-all modern PvT style of now after 2 observers, we're going to get Shuttle, Reaver, Speed, and I would imagine a lot of gateways, Double Forge, Templar, maybe probably a second Robo. Looks like we're setting up for that. And Pand0r meanwhile just going for the very textbook 2-1. Getting a fast control tower, we might see a dropship play here, though we would have to start making vultures from both factories, I think, for that. Instead of like, since our academy is pretty late, we don't have any real scouting. It's kind of common to get like a mid-game dropship, try and get to scouting that way. Probe transfer will be getting in safely, it looks like. The vulture's not really in position to capitalize. And yeah, there we have the dropship on the way.
Which is another reason it's really good to keep observer alive, because you kind of want to see if that dropship's coming out or not. Because if there's no dropship, then you can skip the cannons or skip anything defensive too.
Yeah, we don't have any observer at the front actually. Like,
yeah.
Well, he wouldn't expect the timing push because he saw the eBay armory one pack.
Yes.
But to see like any vultures coming out in the dropships, we have these pylon walls which are good against vulture run-bys, but the drop does get in here. Could be a bit dicey. The goons can't really get in there. There's no cannons at all.
I've actually gotten the habit of actually leaving a goon inside when I do my pylon walls.
Oh, just like keeping it as a static cannon.
Yeah. Like a mobile cannon within the cage, basically.
The shuttle and the dropship seeing each other. Bit funny. Oh, we'll get the intercept here with the 3 goons. Oh, Pand0r sees it.
Pand0r paying attention.
He's
But
still going.
Suarez reacts.
That's insane, man. And he gets in, and there's cannons on the way. But the vultures get in here. Okay, good. We have to pull probes here. Still gonna get a bunch of damage. Meanwhile, the shuttle not really doing anything during this. We're denying mine. I don't know.
Feels so bad as toss.
I
When
don't
you're
know,
getting
like,
prepared for dropship and then you still take a bunch of damage anyway.
Yeah, classic. I don't know. We have like 2-1 going. We're 12 SCVs ahead. I feel like once again a very good position for Terran.
Yes, for sure.
More circlings.
Suarez did get 4 Nexus up, so he can remake hopes quite quickly, but this was a lot of mine time. But though we have 1500 minerals as Terran, like something happened here. Are we mine?
Pick off a couple tanks here on
We are.
9 o'clock.
That's
I don't think he realizes he's hovering on top of siege tanks right now.
Oh, shuttle unload. Good salad bombs. Good lever pick.
Right. 2 tanks for 1 zealot. It's really good.
Yeah, great value there. We saw in the last game as well. Suarez did get good value with his Reaver. He's 2 behind in every other aspect of the game. And he's a bit behind here, but the Reaver still find value. See if with Suarez is going to lean more into that. We see like the second force of the Templar archives, the very looking similar to last game, honestly.
Yeah. Suarez seems he has good Reaver control and he has a pretty good idea of what he wants to do. It seems like the only thing I feel like he might need to improve upon is just worker production in general. I feel like we're a little slow getting our worker count up, despite being on 4 Nexus.
Might be. Terran scanning sees everything, basically double forged Templar. But yeah, like we are a bit like we're still 10 workers behind here, and our gateway count isn't ready for like a big bust. Like the supply count is almost equal. We can't really engage here. This is almost all goons. So Suarez will have to like play for a longer game here. I feel like taking more bases and trying to get harassed with shuttles. He's trying to move in here though. We have 2 shuttles. We have Storm. No, we don't have Storm. Yeah, we have a Reaver. See here. No. Big tank hits on the Weaver goes down, big tank hits on the goons. Oh, it's a bit in the back, not able to get it. Actually, this is a lot of goons, they might just break everything. Yeah, this is too... Wow. I wonder if, like, we had a few tanks sitting in the natural, wow.
Well, we also had no mine coverage.
We did, indeed, we didn't.
So all the zones were able to run in.
Suarez was very methodical about clearing mines earlier on in the game around command. Now, even though Airn seemed like he had a very good build advantage going in here, Suarez was able to just find a very, very good fight here and make the game crazy. And now, with 4 bases, 5th one coming up here, Suarez in an excellent position, I would have to say.
Yeah, for sure. Even though the supplies maybe not that high for Suarez right now, getting a reset on the tanks means you're feeling really, really safe right now. You're really comfortable.
You are. There's no way like Airn's gonna attack you now.
Yeah.
In the next couple of minutes. Now this 5th Nexus is coming here.
I love expanding behind pushes like this as well.
Yeah. Great. And now we have another shuttle with the 2 Templar here. Let's see if we can get... We don't have any mines like behind the mineral line or anything in the natural, so... We have a 1 tank, but I think we can drop Zealots here and then get some nice storm drops here. A lot of SCVs in the natural here. Let's see he's pulling back. Oh. Get the unload off. Oh, everything got it. Even the tank shots. SCVs there. For good measure. And now suddenly Suarez is 15 probes ahead. That was huge.
Yeah, Suarez is looking really, really strong in this position.
Like with a single turret there and a single tank, no mines, there's no way you kill the drop off before it's able to do damage. You would have to like split it. Have an insane worker split, but we didn't even. Oh! Might catch a bunch of probes here though. Equalize a little bit. Worker transfer, very nice, very nice. Also get some good value against the Zealot. Big mine. Forces the goons back, buys time. Getting the upgrades up, but we have another storm drop at the 3rd. Oh my gosh, that's so many dead SCVs. Under 40 SCVs.
Yeah, Pand0r's starting to...
Pand0r's economy is falling apart here. Very nice multitask from Suarez right now. Making the game crazy is often good for products in this matchup.
Yeah, Suarez is looking like strong in the technical part of the game, right? Like his unit control and things like that seems really, really good. And doing storm drops and his Reaver control.
I'd say he has a good concept of the game as well. Like he has to be very kind of like if you look at what he has in his main right now, and you like if you don't look at the timer or the worker count or whatnot earlier on, then it could look like a really, really high level.
Yeah, absolutely.
Play. So he has the right idea, definitely.
He's got the hard part down, now we just need to work on fundamentals.
Well, it's easy for us to say. I mean, this is at least higher level than my PvT, I think. Now, moving in here, bit of a bust. Okay, Zealots taking some fat mine hits, but this is a lot of Zealots and not a a lot of tanks, and honestly, like, this is what two composers of Terran here. Who's coming in first? The shuttle might break it. Oh my god, these mine hits on top of the tanks. Yeah, this is just too much zealot.
Yeah, once again, the supply is really even, but Suarez is coming out on top of the fights
But this
anyway.
is like 5 vultures sitting in the middle of the map, not like, I mean,
Yeah.
it's denying reinforcement, but they're not at the main fight, and that's letting Suarez break in here and reset the tank count once again. He's good, like, 9 hits. And I mean, Airn is still on 3 base, no 4th command center anytime soon. We're approaching like the 17-18 minute mark, which, if our mining wasn't disrupted, we would be running out in 2 bases pretty soon.
Yeah, on the plus side, Suarez kind of mines like a Zerg, so none of his bases are dried up yet.
Yeah. Also, Terran does have 3-2 now, which is of course insanely strong. Big power spike, but the question is, can we kind of get back a good tank count here and prepare like one big army to try and take 4th base and stay in the game?
Yeah, it feels really, really difficult for Pand0r here. Because he'll need to be pushing out to take a 4th soon, because you typically want to stay on 3 base economy against Protoss, and you feel really good. But he's starting to fall really behind in supply. His upgrades are looking really good right now, so it's possible he could get a really good trade soon. Just kind of turtle up and get a big army and maybe get a good fighter too.
Protoss also has double forge. I mean, kind of need it with this gateway style, but eventually, like 3-2 against 3-2, Protoss isn't that bad anymore. The ground fight, if you have 3-2 and if you have Storm. 2 shuttles ready here. This might be really rough. Vultures moving away, looking for some harassment, but this is right when Suarez wants to go and engage here. We need the vultures here to buffer. Suarez engaging. 3 shuttles coming in. No moving zealots. Getting storms. Storm on the tank. Big mine hits here. Big zealot. Nice storm as well. This might have broken Pand0r here. Behind this. Once again, the tank count reset.
Getting a reset on the tank count, and Suarez sees the 4th base building right now, so he can kind of regroup his army, deny the 4th, and then Pand0r is basically going to be starved out from there.
Yeah, Suarez can just keep on doing this over and over and over, and like Pand0r can't keep up eventually here, just economically. Nice pick up on the Nagnar, but this is just more Protoss coming in here. Big round of zealots, the quarterbacks coming in. We'll get into the mineral line here. Vulture's eventually gonna clean it up, but still delaying Terran economy. I'm a bit surprised that we're being like, yeah, I guess we're taking 3 o'clock now, but like eventually we need to continue taking more and more bases when we have this worker count as Protoss, but I think he feels very confident right now.
Yeah, Pand0r has pretty much been stuck on the defensive the last several minutes here.
Yeah, though, if he gets the 4th base up, like, gets another gas mining here, well, we have a lot of gas, we really need minerals actually. We can... I feel like we kind of need to stay alive until 200 supply, but the problem is that now Protoss is about to max out again. He's not going to let it there and get to 200. Oh, this could be a big EMP. There we go. Huge damage, actually. All those zealots. See now all the EMP units if they just melt the tanks.
Once again, we're leaving with our vultures.
Yeah, that's so unfortunate. Such a rough planning there. Nice D matrix. Shuttles coming in, but yeah, the vultures are away. Sure, this EMP did a lot of work, but just the shuttles alone is enough to.
He left knowing this attack was coming. And you scanned it twice.
Yeah.
EMP didn't scan it and then left. Yeah.
Yeah, sure he denied that base, but once again the army got reset here.
And honestly, looking at it, he may have been able to hold this with the vulture buffer.
I mean, did you see how the goons melted? They were all EMP'd, like,
Yeah.
just without the vultures there, the zealots out of the shuttle kind of.
I mean, he may have thought after getting the big EMPs that Suarez wouldn't go for it.
Oh my god, he's so. Oh. Yeah.
Man
GG.
feels no fear.
Well played.
The man does it again. Another victim.
Pand0r forgot to say LOL wrecked.
So that ties it up, 1-1.
I have to say, I think Suarez looked really different in that game.
Yeah, it seems like if he's not under pressure, he plays his game really, really well.
Yeah, he had a plan of like just tearing kind of Pand0r apart with the drops and just continuously almost remaxing and
Yeah, it could also be
getting
that
good
maybe
fights over and over.
maybe he wasn't as comfortable playing on Ascension as on Butter, given that Ascension hasn't been a ladder map for a while.
Could be, could also just on Ascension he had a bit of a build order disadvantage with the Gaslights expand. This was more of an even game in terms of the build orders.
Yeah, better build order and didn't take damage from an early push or anything like that. Just got to kind of chill out and do what he wanted to do.
Now, Polypoid, very standard map.
Yeah, this is actually the first time we're seeing Polypoid this cast.
Indeed, indeed. Interesting. The
Alright.
map that's probably they've all played the most.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. Unless someone is psychopathic enough to have it vetoed on the ladder. Alright, let's have a look and see how this game plays out. Game 3, our first one. Pand0r versus Suarez on Polypoid. Alright, in the bottom left corner, our Protoss player Suarez. And in the top left corner, it's Pand0r.
So, close positions, no cross spawn. So don't get your, like, Artosis impressions ready just yet. With the cross spawn Nexus first. Not gonna see that today. It's not in this game. But
Could still be a last scout Nexus first.
could
And
be.
then we can still do our Artosis impersonations then.
No, I think Pand0r pretty religiously does the end scout. Where you scout both close positions, so I would be shocked if he doesn't do that, honestly. But let's see here now. Very standard map. Both players can kind of do their comfort builds, I would imagine. Get a good feeling for how they really want to play.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if Suarez still does. I haven't really been paying attention. I assume it's been 23 Nexus both games. That's what it seems like.
Yeah, range expand.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see if he does anything different on a 4-player map. I fully expect Pand0r to do a gasless expand here.
Yeah, this looks like. Oh, okay.
Okay, I
never
was
mind.
wrong.
I was like, for a second, I thought this would be 18 command center, like with the 2 depot, because then it's fine to build the barracks in the main.
Yeah.
But no, it's just going to be factory expand, and well, I assume factory expand and 8 core here from Protoss.
Suarez opening with his standard play as well again.
Yep, very, very normal so far. Looks like both will get the first scout. No, like, big info advantage for either player. Once again, very nice factory timing. Okay, 230 on left side minerals. Good. Denies the probe actually. Sees the factory though. In theory, like this could then still be 3 SCVs on gas and a second factory, but
Yeah.
then it would almost like more likely be a wall at the ramp. And I don't know how much Suarez knows Pand0r, but from having played Pand0r quite a bit, I think I've never been too affected by him in like almost 100 games. Would be shocked to see that, and we're not going to see that. This is probably just going to be the very normal 3 Marine mansion. Oh, prop goes down. Yeah, it looks like 22 Nexus actually. Huh. No, well, it's 23 of course. Yeah, the probe. So, yeah. Very normal for both players. He slightly goes quicker, but not a huge deal.
We got a starport coming down for Pand0r. So looking for vulture drop, it looks like.
Yep, quick drop. See the play here. I wonder if it's he saw that the goon was sticking around to kill the SCV, so he wouldn't need a bunker and a tank as quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, if you see the goon chasing the... If the goon's chasing the SCV, it typically means you could drop your CC without dropping the bunker first.
Yep. And since the goons are at home, and he has the vulture up front now, he can get mines down, and then he won't need to make tanks.
Yep.
So he can get the early... Well, it lines up just much better with the early drop. You're not spending 100 gas on a tank, you're making the vultures which you want to put inside the dropship. You'll want to place all the mines first though. I think it's most Terrans try and rather place the mines out on the map instead of trying to get like a bunch of mines inside the Protoss base. They're trying to focus on killing probes. Doing good. Goon poking out. He sees 3 vultures here. That could be a tell already. Like, hey, yeah, that's a lot of vultures. You've been making vultures non-stop here. Is this going to be dropship? But
it could be, but you could also argue that Pand0r did that in game 1 and didn't vulture drop, right?
Sure.
Or was it game 2?
Game 2, right?
Yeah.
Game 1 was the gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tricky in that sense. Yeah. I like this game. Getting speed now. You want both upgrades for the vulture drop. Be able to micro inside the Protoss space. The SimCity is pretty good for Protoss here. And maybe I've had like also a pylon behind the main mineral line. Help against vultures like skirting around, but Protoss playing very carefully, but now if this drop gets into the main here, as we're trying to take the third, this might be huge damage.
Yeah, this timing could be very painful.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be... We're getting in here. Goons are at the front expecting like a run by, but instead, yeah, very nice unload here. He's about to kick in. Huge damage. 8, 9. Oh my god, that's... I think 10 probes, and we keep the dropship alive. and we
Yeah.
placed all the mines. This tank, I'm not sure. That has to be a miss rally.
Oh, he's pushing. He's pushing with one tank.
Don't doubt the single
Please,
tank.
Don't lose that. Oh my god. This...
It's just outside his vision.
Yeah,
Just barely.
just barely. And Airn sees like
Yeah.
7 goons sitting there.
Pand0r can see it, but Suarez
Oh, the tank
Oh,
attacks.
Tank.
on hold
Psychotic.
Back
position.
behind this
Unlucky.
sword. Sword going into shuttle. Gonna make Weaver, but when you make Starport, you almost always get a break. There's some point which would be able to deal with the shuttle really well. Don't see it just yet, but I would be very surprised if we don't get a break there.
Yeah, Pand0r is sitting very comfortably now, going up to 4 factory. Do you think he's going to go for a timing push, or do you think we just continue to play macro
Well,
like
we
he has
have
been?
we have an armory at a pretty like a normal timing for upgrade there here, but it's fair to. I'm not sure if you would like what the timings are before third command center with the Starcraft build. If this signals like a timing, I think we would have a second
I've seen-
machine shot then
Yeah,
if it was a timing.
I guess that's true, yeah. I've seen a lot of Terrans, if their drop does enough damage, they'll suddenly drop, 6 fact and push.
Definitely, that's very strong.
Yeah. But yeah, you're right, there would have been a second add-on.
Yeah, this looks like command center.
Yep.
Now, trying to do the bust here at the front with one Reaver, but we have siege here, 3 tank siege. Reaver, he gets one shot. Oh, all these goons, man. We're going in.
Oh, we lose the shuttle with the Reaver.
I love it.
Oh
We're
my
going in?
God. We're going in. Well, we
We're
tried.
15, we're like 13 probes behind and we lost our Reaver. This tank pickup would be good, but oh my god.
Well, we got the tank.
Now, I mean, if we had 6 fact now, then the game would be over, but
Sure, but
instead, I mean, we're gonna get a very safe third base here at least. Second
I mean-
armory coming.
Pand0r can
Pand0r
do
just-
whatever he wants now after that.
Yeah, great position, definitely. Suarez trying to posture for a 4th base here, but I'm not sure if we can like defend everything. Our main, we're getting cannon in the main. We have a cannon at the 3rd, but Vulture's gonna get in here, see it.
+1 attack and science facility finishing simultaneously.
Yep, the build is pretty much on point. Now, DC is done, but we want to get like a few more units, it seems like, before taking it. Busy monitoring the vultures, but... Oh, we have follow-up dropship into the natural. We have the cannon there. See the vultures targeting the cannon. Not getting a ton of probe kills, but
A good drill as well.
yeah, very good drill. Cannon really paying off there. But yeah, this bought some time at least for us to take the 3rd CC. The one thing I guess we can say is that like we have the factory, we have the money to add all of our factories right now. And between all the vulture dropping and everything, we haven't been able to do that. There we go. But yeah, 15 workers ahead once again. Suarez actually cutting probes a bit. Really
Yeah,
trying
he seems
to
to
like,
be
stuff, but
in the habit of doing that.
tough position now if we're already behind here. Gonna cut the probes as well. Like our main is barely mining. Like my main.
Yeah, if he transferred about 5 more of those, it would look like Supperman's main base.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Losing 10 probes to the vulture dropper is like that's like par for the course for my game still.
Yeah, I don't handle Vulture Drop very well either.
And I tried to do it myself as Terran, and like my vultures died with 2 goons, and An idiot. So the third base is up here. Let's see. Are we going for a fourth? We're making a fourth,
Yeah, 4
command
CCs.
center as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're just playing like by the book. Not going for like a 2-1 timing. Because I think we'll just play for 3-2 here.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and Terran now. If you're a Terran player and you're getting your 4 CC, and they're on 4 Nexus, it feels unlosable.
And now we're gonna kill even more probes here. And it's fine to like lose a couple of vultures here because we're not planning to do a timing move out here with the upgrades. Of course,
Yeah, the
we
only-
need to be worried of a bust.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the only time bleeding out vultures would be bad is if we were gearing up for a bust from Suarez, but Pand0r, he knows he's really far ahead economically, and he killed a bunch of the army in the beginning, so he's feeling very, very comfortable right now. And we have pretty good mine coverage as well.
We have more factories than gateways still.
Yeah, well, that's every game for me.
We can't bust. Protoss can't bust with that. Protoss sees the fourth base coming up though, so at least that's gonna give him the sign that okay, he can start preparing the corner here, which is gonna be important if this is gonna go into a long game, like against a Terran, just getting his upgrades, getting everything set up. We need the second main at least.
Yeah. The only thing is, ideally, you typically would be taking a corner base when the third CC is building.
I mean, it's better to have it. You need to have it at least.
Oh yeah,
Any
yeah, no,
chance here. Yeah.
I didn't mean like
No,
in that case, don't take it.
I understand. Yeah, so I mean, Protoss is behind here, so planning is not optimal.
Yeah, I was more just saying that to point out kind of how good of a position Pand0r's in right now.
Yep. This third gas is going to be really important for him here. In order to sustain, like, if we're going to get a third machine shot, 3-2 and more vultures here. Oh, going for the hug on the groups here. Big mine connection.
Ooh.
Oh.
Actually cleared all the goons. That's the dream.
Somebody clicked. That was huge. That was like three goons per mine hit. Stay for 75 minerals at least. For both.
Pand0r doesn't confirm that the corner base is taken. He might not even know.
Yeah, he might. He sends this one vulture up here now, maybe. Before the goons get there. But I mean, if the goons are in this position, like, why else would they be there?
Right, that's what I mean. Like he should know, but we haven't confirmed.
Oh, and even more vulture damage here. Just keeps on trading here while he's making more and more tanks. 3-2 on the way. Third gas. Keep in mind that. Here we go.
Yeah, Pand0r's maxed right now as well. Living the
Yeah.
dream.
But probably he wants to, like, even if he's maxed now, it's a max with a lot of vultures, right? So he wants to lay the mines, trade them, get more tanks, get more vultures, get more mines, and then when it's 3-2 finishes,
Yes,
he has
absolutely.
an even stronger maxed out army. But yeah, Airn maxing out before Protoss does, not a good sign. So now, if we get the second main up and we get like gateways here, it opens up potential for like backstabs, counterattacks, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, it's not
wild here.
it's not like over for Suarez, right? Like you can still get
No.
even with a max supply Terran with 2-3. I mean,
Yeah.
we have storms and shuttles,
Like,
right?
look at these shuttles. Look at the Templar.
Yeah,
Ton of
exactly.
energy here. This is like one bad fight from Terran, and he's in a very tough. But we can't fight the goons alone here against the Terran pushing out. 3-2 about to finish here. This is max Terran, and we're fighting piecemeal. That's not the play.
No.
Now the shuttle's coming in here, but already we lost a ton of goons.
Yeah, we put off about 30 supply goons there.
Suarez remaxing quite well, but I'm not sure. Like, Pand0r's building a bank behind this. Have EMP.
EMP?
Oh, gets 2 cover up. Very nice. Cover snipe?
Yeah, even kills one of the full energy Pand0r.
It's 2-1 pros, but we're kind of like back against the wall almost here.
Yeah.
This Protoss positioning.
Yeah, now that we've got
Let's
like
see
the
now.
walls and stuff, it's a little harder to get a full surround.
These tanks are really clumped. Maybe we can see some fast stealth bombs. That's pretty good actually. Oh, that's huge. Oh my. Yeah, that was the fight that Suarez needed.
That's good.
That was too clumped. That was really clumped up. Pand0r thought he had it with the big fat 200 supply. Now, if he loses both these, yeah, this pretty much turned the game around. Protoss now with the second main fully operational. Now Protoss is in a good position, or at least like in an even position where he doesn't feel like he's about to lose immediately.
Yeah, he's caught up a bit, right? And now he's got some breathing room, so we can kind of like get our mineral line saturated, maybe even take an extra base. Like we have a little bit of breathing room to close the gap a lot more.
When he can max out much quicker than Terran does, and Terran lost most of his tanks. So that was at least 10, 12 tanks, which he lost.
Yeah,
so this
we have a lot of
Terran max out is going to be much weaker again than the last one. Now we get a nice probe transfer in here. Getting a few, but now is like when we're trading vultures, but it might come back to hurt us because Protoss is maxed. But killing vultures is good, of course. But if Protoss is maxed again, and Terran's at 150, we might try and like go for a big attack. And now we lost a bunch of vultures. So many zealots.
Yeah, suddenly Suarez is looking really strong. Like that's kind of what we were saying, right? Like he could get a really good fight.
Yeah,
and then he's suddenly
he
back.
He got an insane fight there, like killing all the tanks basically. And that's the. Oh my. Well, that's also 5D on mine connection.
Hurts a little bit.
Yeah. Pand0r is eventually going to need like a 5th base here. Like Natural is going to mine up pretty soon.
We're flying 2 command centers across the map.
Oh yeah, that's right. You see now.
Very, very slowly.
But how's our tank count? It's like 1 control group of tanks.
And that's super high, right?
Okay,
we're
15.
We're getting close to mining on 1 base, so
I think this bust might be really, really strong here. These cells getting a lot of mines, but let's see if 2 shuttle might. Oh, the lights are not in position. Shuttles are gonna get in. Yeah, very.
I feel like Pand0r's setup here is incredibly strong.
Beautiful, beautiful. You gonna storm the SEs as well? Oh, okay. That was a good trade for Protoss.
Think that was good for Toss?
I thought that was great for Toss. Like we traded mostly zealots, and we kind of like delayed the Airn push out while we max out much quicker.
I feel like because we killed almost 0 tanks here, we traded a good chunk of army.
This is not good. Protoss upgrades are pretty good. Actually. Gonna have 3-3 now. Eventually.
Now Pand0r's maxed with a bank again as well.
Yeah. Oh, if he catches these goons. Yeah. Pand0r's maxed again. It's still like this 1.5 control group of tanks, but the mine coverage now is going to make a flank really difficult. He's going to get out a bit on the hill here. Protoss coming in through a narrow choke. Good storm. Big fat storm. But the Zealots aren't really getting on top of tanks in this fight. They're mostly like the Goliath. Now they get the Matrix, but
Good target firing from Pand0r. We're just really, really clumped with the storms
yeah,
here.
this is just too much for us. Also now fighting uphill. Reinforcement as well. Suarez on 81 but this is like really high eco for us with the gateway count for it. Sure, Pand0r has a good bank, but like Airn is just never gonna have as many factories. Oh my gosh, did you see those ones?
Yeah, we lost a ton of workers here. We're down to 44 workers.
Yeah, I think Suarez done it. Like the Pand0r tried to engage into that mineral only, and
Yeah, he fought uphill and did not have like a good spread on his units, so the storms were pretty huge there too.
well, the Zealots got on top, and the storms got, yeah, the storms were tossed, and that's.
By the way, Suarez now has twice as many workers as Pand0r does.
Yeah, the storm really did work there on that. 3-2 doesn't really help if you have enough storm and enough splash damage killing Terran's own units. And also Protoss has good upgrades. Yeah, and now he's just taking every base on the map, pretty much. Damn.
Yeah, this is kind of like similar to game 2, to be honest with you. Suarez was never like ahead per se, but he just had really, really good fights.
Yeah, the 2 fights pretty much like turn the game around, and that's gonna happen in this matchup. It's like you can be really ahead of Terran, but you still need to kind of, your army is still really strong, but really volatile, if that makes sense. We're sieging up the town. Results get on top here, yeah. Wait drops once again.
I'm not storm.
I thought he was gonna storm it over.
No energy.
Nothing kills observers more than Protoss players.
Yep.
True. Speaking
Sure,
of
I mean,
experts, that bridge is here.
Pand0r can hold a wave at a time here, but like he's constantly getting reset. Not getting any new bases here. He's only mining on one base, really, effectively. Yeah. Now the last tanks are going down here. Bank has been used up pretty much. Like one control group of units here.
Yeah, he's super good.
98 to 193 supply. That's absolutely hilarious.
Oh, and another fast mine.
We are going to donate some probes here in a second. It's about.
Oh yeah, this is a beautiful transfer.
Yeah, but we're just clearing supply now.
Yeah, no, yeah.
We had 80. No, I think it was transferring to the top right.
He had 80 probes, so I actually think that made his army a little bit stronger.
Yeah, that's fine.
Actually, a net,
Does it really
net
matter when you have an
positive.
extra 100 supply on your opponent, though?
That's true.
Why not? We're letting mine still quite well here. Loading the min only CC, trying to get this mineral only once again. Sure. If we just like, okay, we have 3 shuttles and a bunch of Templar on the ground. Not long for the world here. South down south, good storms.
Oh, with the observer.
Gateway man does it again.
I like it. I like it, Suarez.
Gateway good unit.
Just nice standard playing. We don't make carriers. We don't do 12 Nexus.
I thought this mine was gonna kill all the things there. Please, please, please
He's
drop
gonna
that.
try for it.
Boom.
Nice.
Very nice. Look at the SCVs plugging out.
So I've seen Pand0r win these.
Oh yeah, this happens a lot actually.
Classic Terran moment. Classic Terran moment.
GG.
Wow. I feel like there were like two fights which together let Suarez take all the bases he needed to turn the game around. It's rough, man. Like, Terran had a great build advantage, honestly, after the early game. But just kind
That's
of...
why nobody likes Protoss players, man. I feel like Pand0r played really, really solid, and then he made one or two bad fights, and then it was over.
Yeah, but then Suarez fought really well. I mean,
yeah, for sure.
He was using, like, he's unloading everything. He's using his storms. He's running the Zealotin. He's macroing. He's doing the fundamental, like, gateway Protoss style well. But yeah, Airn definitely had like the early advantage in that game, and then wasn't able to keep it until the end. So that's
PvP heavily is just about taking the right fight. So
that's a reverse. Not a Suarez taking it serious.
We're at match point between the two teams.
Yeah, it's actually 2-2 right now in the team score. So this last
I feel like
one
Suarez
be...
kind of.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. I feel like Suarez kind of sandbagging a little bit against Pand0r too in game one, talking about how he wasn't good and wasn't a good match for him.
Yeah. Wrecked, LOL.
Maybe.
Yeah, he looked like a different player in game 2 and 3.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, it's also the build order. Yeah, definitely he played better, but I don't know. Maybe that's just my mental, but like, if I see that I last scouted like a gasless, it feels bad, man. But yeah,
I mean, it doesn't feel
nice.
great, but I've played from that position a lot. It doesn't. I don't know. It's
Sure.
not like an auto loss, right?
It's not an auto loss.
Yeah.
But you're behind. I don't know. Maybe maybe he's like better at playing from an even position, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, it just feels like his engagements for both of those games were always good, right. No matter how, if he was behind or even, he always won like every single fight.
Yeah. And like he had, just took the fights well enough to kind of turn the game around in game 3.
All right.
Match point.
Yeah, match point, and we're going to a ZVT again.
Let's
So
go.
I don't actually know that much about Vermin. Maybe you guys can help me out. Maybe you guys know more about him.
I don't.
But we know
I played
Neblime,
a
of course.
little bit with him,
Okay.
but not DBZ, of course. But I played a little bit with him, but pretty good. He's a coach now for Jin Jin Pand0r team as well.
Okay.
Is Vermin a Zerg player?
Yeah, Zerg player.
All right.
Figured with that name.
Let's get started. It's gonna be Vermin versus Neblime on Ascension, game 1. This one's for the 3-2. See which team can take it. Alright, with the good luck, have fun. It's Neblime. Tearing the left side of Ascension.
And then the bottom right, the pink drones. Give it up for Vermin.
Yeah, let's see what kind of opening he wants to do here.
Neblime was typing really quickly, and I can't help but feel like I saw his SCVs kind of not having the most optimal split, but instead valuing being manner to his opponent.
Yeah, a little
Honorable
cocky
Terran.
there, a little conceited.
How dare you be mannered? Right, no big deal. I mean,
Bad Terran.
yeah, bad turn. How dare you be polite? Neblime, our caster, our casting coordinator, our caster extraordinaire. He's been there for a long time.
Good old
Now
left
we're in
line.
his footsteps. And playing in the line, indeed.
Looks like it's probably going to be a 12 hatch from Vermin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like this. This is a link. Yeah, this should be a link type wall. There's to do that at the top there, and then yeah, depot below the racks. So this looks like a tech play from Neblime. Oh, need to make a gas then. Okay, oh, this gas is actually a little bit late, but yeah, tech play it is.
Here's what he's going to tech into here. Maybe we're going to get more Valk builds. We seem to be getting a lot of those today.
Is he gonna like follow his Australian teammates' footsteps and go into a 1-1-1?
Yeah, they're in on it together.
Looks like a 2-hatch from Vermin though, so 1-1-1 wouldn't be that great here, I think. Could be 2-port Wraith as well, with the main wall.
Right. Looks like he's dropping the factory now.
Yep, very. And keeping SCVs on gas, so this looks like
He's definitely
not
going
a
straight
factory
to the front.
expansion. Yeah. Or some kind of crazy 2-fact, though I doubt that. Heavily doubt that. I've seen that mostly like 2-player maps, where you try and
Yeah.
like eBay block and gas steal the Zerg, and then you rush a 2-fact behind it. But on this, I would be shocked to see a second factory in here.
The Neblime and Zesky do that cast together all the time, right?
Yeah, they cast
Yeah.
together. So they talk a lot about the game as well.
Like
Just
they
like
didn't play the
sharing
same.
insight. And
I would love to
Ooh,
see
that's
Neblime
USCVs.
just never take a CC.
well,
No, he needs to cover his natural
Yeah,
with a turret.
until he
there.
double
Yeah, but-
expands.
yeah, but you see what I'm seeing here? I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
this is gonna be
double
a
starport.
the CC. But at least here, like, the build wasn't kind of messed up. Like, both sides kind of just like doing the build very without any trouble, any hiccups.
Yeah, we have the defensive sunken this time as the vulture's coming out.
Yep. Now the
No-
question is,
no worry
of
about
course, is Vermin gonna read this correctly? He sees that there's no expansion coming up, but of course, he can't really know, is it 1-on-1 or is it the 2-port?
How common
I
is
think
2-port?
almost-
I don't think I ever see this.
Not
We're gonna
very
go straight
common.
to cloak, huh? Is that part of it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, there's
Yeah,
some
4
variables,
cloak.
like,
Yeah.
you can go like delayed, like make 2 raids right away and then later cloak. This looks like a straight cloak variant. We're also not making any more vultures, so I don't think we'll see any dropship. It's gonna be raid with cloak here.
You may have noticed
probably
my
the-
ZVT knowledge is approximately 0.
I don't
No,
play
you'll
this either. The
You'll
problem
probably
here
get a
is that
couple race here and then see the mutas and switch into Valkyries.
well, the problem
He's in
here
a
is that
perfect
we don't
position
have
to
a
do.
Hydra Den on the way, so there's actually going to be a timing where Zerg kind of has to defend just by making like morphing creep colonies with drones being targeted,
Yeah.
because the muter just won't be out in time. You see like no command center, you often see Zerg pop down a Hydra Den to hold this like in-between period where there's no mutas out, but the Wraith timing is there.
How bad are Scourge against Wraith?
But he did
A
get
Scourge-
Burrow, I believe, right?
He did get Burrow, yeah.
Yeah, Burrow's very good here. Scourge
Yeah.
don't one-shot a Wraith. Barely.
Yeah.
You barely need 2 Scourge, so they're not
Yeah,
optimal in that sense. But
what I meant was, like, how easy is it to micro Wraith against Scourge?
you can, with numbers, you can kind of, like you would eventually stack the Wraith using like similar to Corsairs,
Yeah.
and then you can micro pretty well against Scourge. But I mean, it takes practice, of course. But
Bunch
low
of SB
numbers,
chilling behind the mineral line.
Is it basically the same thing as Muta Micro in terms of how it works?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was wondering, because I feel like I've seen
have-
it once
well,
before.
I don't know how to rate micro very well, so I shouldn't be answering. But I mean, Wraiths actually have longer range than Mutas, I believe.
Yeah, one more range, I think, right?
So
He's gonna
you-
cut these Muta off, and you can chase these.
And
Like
there's
these
the
Muta
cloak.
might not get home at all.
I mean, we don't. Yeah, we have cloak and we have no overlord.
Yeah.
We have no overlord speed. Like overlord speed is also part of trying to play against two port. You eventually want that, but
Are we missing? How did nothing die there?
now we're getting through. And behind this, like Neblime is doing his build quite well, I would say. You are going into bio behind it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Vermin kind of struggling to deal with this.
Fight these Muta.
Well, straight up, without cloak, Muta fights pretty well, but of course.
Yeah, they were just really low
Yeah.
from before.
Yeah. Going into mass Muta, there we go, there's the Overlord speed. Bit surprised we didn't see it. But
More race coming up. That's an
of course, not
interesting choice.
dessert.
He's just gonna go for
Yeah.
the full control group, I guess.
He's really leaning into it, but. And then also getting bio behind it. Like, this is eventually going to be a planning with like a bio, a bunch of Wraith, and like Stim. Plus
Yeah.
one. Eventually,
Vermin's
range.
also been stuck on supply block for almost 2 minutes now.
Yeah. Difficult, like.
Losing so many overlords.
Dude, it sucks. It's so annoying when you're playing against someone who just snipes overlords all game. You just can't do anything.
Yeah, it's really tough to play against two ports if you don't have like early hydras. Neblime was able to snowball pretty hard, like the early timing.
This is so painful. We're losing so many drones here too.
You got enough to one-shot drones.
Yeah, we're at 17
Yeah.
drones.
And he has to keep them burrowed all this time to make sure they don't die. And then,
Yeah, and then you're not mining. Yep.
We're getting the
We're going to
concept
vessel
to
actually.
scan burrow drones, possibly.
Yeah, I think this
that's
is going to be like a
perfect.
range in vessel timing. Actually, we're getting close. Oh, we're starting
You're just
plus
going
two
across
even
the
on
map.
one base. Wow.
Yeah, we don't have nearly enough gas to do everything.
Alright, 2/3 kill 1 Wraith.
Yeah, but view the counterattack
Ultimate
here.
trade deal. Yeah, this is gonna hurt a lot.
Yeah,
Hey, this I'm
get on
surprised
top
he
of the
didn't
barracks
pick into
here.
Valkyries. He's seen so many Wraiths or
But
Mutas.
we're bringing all the overlords here with overlords. The Wraiths are sure they clear the third base, but now we're losing our entire mineral line. This is
Yeah,
this feels really all in
catastrophic.
circular. Okay, what are we nothing?
It's kind of all in from both. That's the thing.
Yeah.
We're like not close coming in here. Oh, are we gonna snipe the overlord? Wait for the
He's
overlord.
gonna snipe one of them. Oh. Unfortunately, Wraiths also are made of paper, so
Plus one attack Mura actually kills Wraith pretty well. But yeah, now it might too many marines. Oh, but now the overlord's not in position here. Can moving shot this down.
Yeah, we unfortunately got a little bit of a stutter, so they're gonna get away.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
good.
Australia against the US, so I don't know what the term was here. Oh no, we get the
oh no!
disaster.
Wrong
that
place
was-
to park.
We have like
It feels
6
like a
more-
misclick or something. We turned back around into the
Oh,
Wraith.
could be. We have
Yeah.
like 8 more mutas, so maybe he like missed which control group it was. I'm not sure. Wait, it's coming in.
Overlord just chilling. Baron base.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
Marines. 3 Marines.
Wraiths can fight.
Tasty.
Can fight this though. Yeah,
Yeah,
nice link pickups there. I feel like I'm like questioning a little bit just way Neblime is doing his build behind it, like going to +2 attack here instead of like a Valkyrie or a Vessel timing.
that's really interesting. Do we even have? I assume we got Marine range, but I didn't notice.
I didn't. I'm so bad at judging that. Like, maybe if I have rune range, but
Yeah.
if the marine birdlings here seeing the move out,
All the vision a Zerg could need.
they're still on the layer, just gonna try and fight this with Muta Scourge. Seems like.
Burrowing right in front of the race, baits out a scan that won't be available later.
True.
He needs it.
So these are the TVZs we get with Neblime and Zesky. Is that the deal?
Seems
Apparently.
like it. 17 SCVs, man. Oh, we don't have range. Range just started. This is
Oh.
and we're like super
gonna
hard in
hurt.
there. Oh, we're gonna lose the range.
Oh, the rays are all so low.
Yeah, and now without, and of course without range, like the Marines can't fight well against the
Yeah, you're
Mutas.
gonna lose against the.
This Vulture did a lot
Sure.
though, but I don't know. This is like gonna be one last big fight here until.
I was like, it's just wings.
Scourge coming in.
Yeah, the Mutas with
Yeah.
+1 attack there, no Marine range.
GG.
GG.
Let's go, Vermin.
This 1-1-1 style or 2-port style, it's really tricky to like convert into a win. Seems like.
Mhm. Like the initial damage was really, really good, but then the Zerg counterattack knocked us down to like 10 SCVs or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of
Didn't have
reset all of our
range
army for a big
all game.
push. Yeah.
Rough to nail everything like back at home. Between all the microing.
Yeah, it seemed like he just didn't have the gas for what he was trying to go for, right? We went 2-star port Wraith into going for 2-upgrade Terran with Science Facility and didn't even have enough for like stem range early, right? So
Yeah.
Well, I've seen Science Facility, like you try and get like one vessel and do it like a big push.
well, that's what I would have thought it was for Vessel, right? But we went for 2 attack instead.
Yeah. Sure. Now, game 2 here. Going to butter.
I kind of wonder if he's gonna try to do the same thing.
You can
It's
hold
such a
the main
unique
quite
build.
well here.
It feels like it's probably a good tournament build, a good best of 3 build. But I don't know if it's. Do you really want this to be like your go-to build for this matchup?
Well, I think Vermin is gonna adjust here. If he sees a wall once again, he's for sure getting a Hydra then.
Yeah.
I would imagine, because like the Hydra then can kind of like provide the stopgap kind of anti-wraith measure until mutas are out,
Hmm.
and then you can deny it even better.
It does. It kind of looks to me like it's probably a fun build to play though as Terran.
It does
Like,
look
yeah.
fun. That's what I was thinking when I was watching. I was like, this
Yeah.
looks fun if nothing else.
He's enjoying himself
Yeah,
right
yeah.
up until he started losing.
Yeah, that's important
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Of course.
Well, it's only important to have fun if you win.
All right. Well,
What are you talking
let's
about?
see.
We are winning. Pand0r Patrol, let's go.
All right. So let's go into game number 2 on Butter. Vermin versus Neblime. Let's see if he wants to do the same thing again. All right. The top right corner. It's Neblime, caster extraordinaire.
Bottom right with the blue drones. Give it up for our incredible Zerg player, Vermin.
Now, question
Blue
to
versus
you.
bluish gray. Let's
Yeah,
go.
I was gonna ask about that. Should I switch the colors? Because we can.
I've been doing TVB.
All right. I'm
I
just
think
gonna.
this is an acceptable shift tab moment.
Yes, it's the first
Yep.
one of the cast, so acceptable.
We've been lucky.
And of course, Neblime is a caster, so he knows he has to play on top versus bottom.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen casters like speak real loud, and then they still host on melee. But I won't name any
Yeah.
names.
Yeah.
It's fine. It happens to all of us.
That's right, yes.
But it doesn't happen to me.
The thing is, as a caster, you should know to pick a color, no matter what.
This is
Make
9.
sure you pick it.
Sorry. This is 9 pool.
It's a 9 pull, but we dropped the
Yeah.
pull at 280 minerals.
Yeah, feels bad. Okay,
Oh, 9-9. Ooh.
no. This is it. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and the cancel.
Character trick.
Yeah. Sorry, to go back. Yeah, you should pick your colors. Your caster.
I like the color orange, but I can't really use it because butter is in the map pool. You can't use orange on butter.
Well,
Yeah,
you
you can't,
can
don't
if
be
you
a
want to get
coward.
an advantage.
No, it's not allowed. Actually, the game won't let you.
Fine.
Oh,
Like
that's
sometimes, like
dumb.
let's say brown on like polypoids or clips, pretty good for that. Yeah, can't always. So Neblime is gonna see that this is a 9 pool. What's our response? We didn't go for the wall.
I was gonna say, does he have time? He has time to make the marine, right? Left
Yeah,
the wall.
you should.
Yeah. I don't think.
He's gonna go for the forward bunker. Oh, that's a depot.
And he's doing an eBay block.
Yeah, eBay blocked.
Oh, that's
But he
smart.
didn't get a lot of HP on the eBay, unfortunately. Yeah, this was
Yeah.
not really worth it. We actually have
Bunker
gas
down.
behind us pretty quick as a response to like the delayed.
We have a lot of idle SCVs right now in the blind space, which is pretty painful this
Oh
early.
no.
Yeah,
I
every,
think so.
We grabbed a
Couple of
couple. We missed one.
every single SCV matters now. Oh, and the
That SCV is me
goes
at
down.
work.
Now we don't know if it's really all in or if it's drones behind it. We have the bunker. We have 3 SCVs hold. He wants to make a CC there, but
It's pretty
Yeah,
safe here.
yeah.
Oh, he's gonna go for it.
Oh, good
Oh.
SCV, pretty good SCV block. Still,
Good
still
block.
3 links in
You
the
make
main
it in.
against 2 marines. We weren't like making marines constantly. This is-
Now the Marines
oh,
are no
it's
longer in the
not
bunker,
big
and
Marine.
whatever comes out is just gonna be able to run by.
Yeah, there's 2 more links, but there's no more links coming behind those 2. Now this one gets
Nope.
in. These ones get in and we'll deny the natural for a little bit.
Try to at least.
Yeah, but this is a flash SCV. Or maybe not.
There we are.
Well done.
Alright, this gets cleaned up.
This
Yeah,
is
but he delayed the
a
natural
really
for
good-
quite a while here.
Yeah.
Still, though,
keep
this
an eye
is
for a
not-
while, but the worker count is really, really good for Neblime right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9 pool is rough in that way. Like, Neblime and Vermin is mining 1 fairly, but we're gonna see.
And when the Marine's pushing out, it actually forces Lings or a Sunken, which hurts really, really bad this early. And I don't know that Vermin saw this coming.
I don't. He had the Overlord. He sees a Marine moving out now. We're not making Sunkens though, and we made a Spire, so like we're really poor right now.
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
started 6
Making
Lings
links.
here.
We're making
I think he
links.
missed
We're making
this.
links.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, that's a bunker.
Yep.
Yeah, this is like the poor Marine kind of like pressure. Even if you just get a few. Okay.
Not creep colony.
This could be a really, really efficient trade for Neblime if we can get in the bunker.
Oh.
Good luck. Denies it, and the bunker doesn't get cancelled. Oh, if he gets
That's
in,
the one Marine.
One Marine gets in.
that's gonna kill a bunch of links. Oh, he gets.
Actually,
Oh.
it's the drone,
Wow.
which is huge here, by
Getting
the
the
way.
drone is so nice.
Why would the bunker target the drone? Why would the AI
Because
target
Blue-
the drone?
Because Brood War is a fantastically consistent game, and there's no issues at all with the coding.
Very nice. And now behind us, we made even more links. Like,
We're-
it's really all in here.
Yeah, we're super all in from Vermin right now.
Yeah.
If Neblime defends, he basically wins.
mean,
He'll
we
have
have-
such an incredible lead.
We're gonna make like 2 mutas here, maybe. Yeah.
The only thing is we don't
Alright.
see this coming. We'll see how quick Neblime reacts.
Where's our eBay?
All right, guys. See you all in game 3 then. Here in just a minute.
What?
Well, this
I
could.
don't know.
We don't have an eBay. But
There's quite a lot of
links are-
Marines here.
These lings kind of like they got on top of the Marines, but
That was a good drill. That was a good drill.
Wow.
Bunker just did enough. Yeah, good drill.
Bunker did
That
bunker
is
things.
when that
Yeah, sure, we
happens
have
to you
three-
as
three
Zerg,
mutas
it's so
coming,
sad.
But like, this is 2 racks.
Yeah. This is
Yeah.
not
We
gonna
need
do
burst, though.
anything.
This eBay is gonna be too late.
Yeah, these 2 Muta need to kill a CC right now.
Well, that's not happening.
And
but
the
yeah.
entire mineral line along with it.
And we made fire bats then. This is
What?
what?
What? What? Excuse me?
Sublime. What are you doing?
What?
Really?
What? Alright,
Okay.
Indra,
I
what the
think.
shit?
Well, I mean, it's fair. I mean, we have map like Neblime doesn't. He thought probably that Vermin had a lot more mutas coming, and I mean, the turrets weren't ready. That's fair. But
Oh,
I mean, there were 4
talk
more
about
mutas
mistimed
coming.
GGs.
There were 4 more mutas coming.
But it doesn't matter. Like, Neblime
would
is
be
more
6
than
meters.
doubling the worker count right now.
Yeah, but he can. I mean, he can camp the barracks. He can camp the barracks with 6 mutas and like 1 shot. There's no way there's like 1 base would at least be lost, I think.
Wow. That was kind of crazy. I can't believe that
Yeah,
worked.
that was wild.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe. I'm not convinced. I need to see it play out.
I think he could probably play it out from like 1 base for a little bit longer, but
I mean, we had medics and it was only like 6 Muta. I don't know.
Marines without like turret support eventually kind of like, with good muta micro.
Yeah, I don't
Okay,
know.
well.
Yeah, it seemed a bit early, but yeah.
Was
Okay,
dramatic,
when I
that's for
when I
sure.
said those Muta had to kill a CC, I meant for that to be like an even game. Okay.
Yeah.
No, the mutas just show up and it's a GG.
Oh, mutas, I hadn't counted for this. You make
I
mutas in
thought
this
he'd build the
game?
#1 unit in the game.
Wow,
I mean,
what
it
a
would have
weird
been
end.
tough. It would have been annoying, right? I
Yeah.
100% understand that. It would have been very
That's
frustrating
true.
and difficult, but I still think it was playable.
Yeah.
Well, we know how where Vermin was behind it. Neblime doesn't know for sure, of course.
He doesn't know for sure, but you know how many lings you killed early, right? You saw that there was no saturation on the natural, and then like a gigantic flood of lings. So he
Yeah.
should know that he wasn't like bad off, at least. But I don't know. It happens. It happens sometimes. You misjudge a situation and you think it's over.
The game be like that.
Yeah.
That's true. What a weird ending for the cast. Yeah, but that was the last game, and that means that Jin Jin, the Pand0r Patrol, wins the Tier 0 this week, 3-2.
Yeah.
We had some pretty
Well done,
damn
well
good games, I
done.
have to say.
GGs. Let's go, Jin Jin.
Yeah. Jin Jin 5000, he's not dead.
It's funny.
Can't
When I was
confirm.
I was looking at the time on the replay and I thought the Zerg quits whenever the link ended. That's what I thought was gonna happen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. When I see a Terran natural like that, and it's like filled up really tight, and there's quite a lot of Marines, and there's SCVs mining, I feel like that just never works. So I was kind of thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Oh, well.
It was an interesting series, and we got to see 2 port wraiths, so that was quite nice.
The
It
ZVTs
was
were
fun.
Yeah.
definitely interesting.
So guys, that's all our games for today. I want to thank everyone who co-casted here. Thanks to Azhi Dahaki, thanks to Supperman, and thanks to Airn. You guys know Airn from his solo cast, but he's a co-caster too now.
Yeah. Once in a while, I managed to make something.
Yeah,
You guys
it's been
having
fun.
reasonable times.
yeah. It's actually quite late here now in Euroland.
Ian.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks everyone, and nice of you
Thanks for
to
having
join
us.
us. Yeah, and
Have
next
a
week.
great night, everyone.
Yeah,
Let's
and
look for
next.
someone to raid it, maybe.
Yeah, let's. I'm gonna look at someone to raid for sure. Let's see who's playing, and yeah, next week is gonna be a week off as we're preparing for the playoffs, and we'll see. The number 1 and number 2 teams don't have to play in the first week, so they get 2 weeks off. are we gonna raid? Let's have a look. We can raid Azhi Dahaki. Should we do that? Should we raid? Yeah, let's just raid Azhi Dahaki. That's
Seems topical.
everyone should just follow Azhi Dahaki.
Do it.
There we go. Raid Azhi Dahaki. Yeah, thanks for watching, everyone, and see you in the next cast. We'll try to get one for the playoffs as well. All right.
Thanks
You all
for
have a
having
great-
us. Good luck with the stream, Azhi.
Thanks, buddy.
Good luck, Azhi.
Yeah, I'll go suffer through ladder a little bit.
Very nice.
Life be like that.
Yeah.
All right.
Alright, see you guys.
Peace.
We've done the raid. Thanks, everyone. It's been fun. Talk to you guys later.
Thanks.
Bye.